Hey Mac, what's up, buddy? How's your night? How's your night? How's your night? Check out the mountains on the moon. Some of my favorite views of the mountains on the moon. Get everything set up here real quick. So trying to get the chats and stuff popped up. We getting there. Let me fix my audio. I noticed that was screwed up too. Hey Epic. Mo, good evening. Hi Angela. Good evening, good evening. How are y'all? How are y'all? If I can go to boom harm here. Okay, how's my audio? Is it okay? I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Hi Antonia. How are you? Mitch, good evening. Good evening, good evening. And Vincent, what's up, brother? How's your night? Welcome in. Welcome in. Senna Eddie, love the name. Vincent, what's up, brother? How's your night, bro? Let me get my lights changed here because it is super bright in here. There we go. See everything a little bit better. Desktop telescope you're recommended for Goodwill for $125. Oh no way! Are you serious? Oh no way! Do you know which brand it is, Anthony? Did you see which brand and what size it was? What millimeter? That is so cool, man. That is super cool. 125 is good. Like for like a beginner telescope, there's a couple things you don't want to focus on. One of those things is going to be its advertisement of this big zoom. That usually is a horrible sign. Finally got here before JC. I think he's out doing concrete work right now. That's one of the biggest signs, and probably somewhere about $100, $300 about right when it comes to a tabletop mounts on it. Supposed to be resting and sleeping. That's better. Hopefully you're resting though. Hopefully you have the rest with us for you tonight. Let me make sure we're all set here real quick. No trout today. You call me a bad fisherman, my buddy Brad. Dang. Yeah, definitely kick back and rest tonight. You need it. You need it. Your grandson and the moon and Jupiter. Whoa, no way. Now, and are you showing it through your telescope? How cool is that? Ain't that amazing? Yep, this is a big old telescope tonight. Here's the crazy thing, though. As you can kind of see, the atmosphere is wild. We have a super wild atmosphere. In fact, it almost looks like the moon is breathing because of how thick the atmosphere is coming through. I'm going to be doing a little bit of focus here and there. As you'll see, kind of us changing up that view a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of focusing going on. But the atmosphere is wild. It got up to 92 degrees today here. Hi, Lightning. Welcome in. Got you on the big screen. Oh, that's so cool. That is so awesome. And here, by the way, you're looking, you got the Sea of Serenity on the bottom, Sea of Showers on the top. But the rest of this that you see are mountain ranges. We're actually looking at some of the most beautiful mountains. And on the top left is going to be Mount Huygens. It's going to be the highest peak, the highest mountain peak on the moon itself. So we get to see some really cool stuff. Having a heat wave. Yo, tropical heat wave. It is crazy. We're here in Kansas City. It is so crazy here in Kansas City. One of the videos moving like burning waves. So yeah, absolutely. It's going to be the atmosphere. Exactly what we were just talking about, the atmosphere. It's all that heat that we had built up today. Some of it's going to be rising up from the ground. Some will be rising up from shingles, concrete, pavement, all kinds of wall stuff. And it's going up, and as the wind blows through too, it causes this turbulence. Or if you look over hot pavement, you see you can see that kind of like a wavy looking effect, right? With that moisture, because we have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Then this is what we're seeing right now, except we're really zoomed in. It's pretty crazy. Theodore, hello, good evening, welcome in with us. This is through a telescope, it is. What's this? There's something come doing in. I doubt it. It's been really warm. It got so hot here today, and it was gorgeous. Today was so gorgeous. Let me slow down the control of the telescope real quick. We don't want to be flying around so crazy. Want to be able to move around just enough to look at some of the beautiful areas of the moon. You see the crazy impact craters right there. You got the Mount Alpines here, Alpine Mounts, or months. You'll go there. But you also have the Alpine Valley right there. Can you guys kind of see that coming down in the center? Get the Alpine Valley come through. And the sun's radiation, and not so much of our issue. This through telescope, it is though. Let's get fun in. We watching tonight. You're gonna start out with the moon. We got Jupiter. Jupiter's really close to the moon tonight. Let me pull up the camera real quick. Let's see if we can see this. Yeah, so there you go. Here's our camera looking up right next to the telescope. You can see the moon and that bright dot right above it is Jupiter. Look at how close they are. This is really cool. They're in a beautiful setup, so we can be able to bounce between the two pretty quickly. The moon's made out. She's all right. Welcome in, Pierre. Welcome in, buddy. Boston, new here. Welcome in, Kevin. Good to have you, buddy. Good to have you. Budget from Montreal. Thanks. I appreciate having you here, Pierre. How wide is the Alpha or the Alpine Valley? I'm not really sure. Not off the top of my head. I'd have to look up the data on that one. It's relatively awesome though. Obviously, we can see it here. It's going to be pushing probably closer to that 10 mile, closer to 10 mile, probably somewhere around 7-8 miles. Our Jupiter's ring got ice in them. There's a little bit, yeah, a little bit when it comes to Jupiter. Most of the ice that we see when it comes to rings, obviously, is going to be Saturn, which makes up about 99%. Is going to be your ice water. Southeast Oklahoma here. No way. Welcome in, buddy. The state that tornado warns every storm, as they say. So funny. Check out the mountain range right here. Look at how well defined they actually are. If you kind of just look at the shadow coming off of them, it gives you a good idea how large these mountains actually are on the moon. It's crazy. So the mountains, I think, are some of the best ones for sure. Graham from Oregon, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. It's good to see y'all. Hi, Kevin. What's up, man? Like button and subscribe. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that. The Alpine, okay, 6 miles. There we go. 6 miles wide at the broadest point. Ain't that crazy? Look at some of these impact craters here. You can see this one here with the central peak within the center. That little tiny mountain kind of poking up out of the center of it. What's the strangest thing that you've seen in the sky? Honestly, nothing strange. Like, nothing crazy. Hi, Karen. Good evening. Welcome in. How's your night? We're going to stick up there, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And look at the amount of impact craters right here next to the Terminator line tonight. What a cool view. Right now we're looking off towards the south pole of the moon. Out towards where the deepest and largest impact crater is on the moon. Bring a pogo stick up there. Let's see it. Much surprised faces. Yeah. Did you see the rock bounce off the surface of the moon? I did not. I did not. That was not observed at all. Only the impact crater was observed afterwards. The aperture 88. Oh, okay. Dude, yeah. That'd be alright. Yo, that'd be alright. That would be actually really cool. Going to ask how far and wide is that range? Oh. Which one? So much I went through right there. Sorry. Looks like Swiss cheese. It kind of does. Miss Saturn, space question from some video game I played. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it makes up about 99%. Makes up, or I should say, 99% of the ring is roughly H2O ice water. What happened with 3i Atlas? It's still out there. It's still doing its thing. It's on its way outward. It's over by Jupiter right now, though. I got what you meant. I got you. Absolutely. Rings around Saturn are awesome. There's there's 4 rings around Jupiter as well. So Jupiter as well has rings. All of our gas planets have rings. Neptune and Uranus as well have rings. 100 miles long. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see if we can push the focuser just a bit more here. See if we get it. You can see it breathing though. Can you guys kind of see that in perspective? This is one of the worst scene conditions I think I've seen in months. This is one of the worst scene conditions I've seen in months. But it is supposed to clear up for us. Let's hope that is the case. Let's hope it is the case. I'm going to continue to focus on it though. See if we can get a little bit better scene condition. You can see it's horrible scene conditions. You're able to see the shuttle next month. I won't be able to. I'm up near Kansas City, Missouri, and that's going to be way too far south for me. It's trippy. It can be, yeah. It can be a little bit trippy. It can be a little bit trippy. The amount of impact craters, though. And the details. I think it's so beautiful. If we didn't have such a wild atmosphere, we'd get a little bit more zoomed in, but at that point, we would all get seasick, or moonsick, I guess. We would all get moonsick. Cuddy's on the moon for mind by now. Do you think it would be possible? Is it practical? Not practical. Not practical at all. Unless you're looking at something like H3, for example. That's probably a little bit more practical. But not really. The cost of it wouldn't be worth it. Pretty much when you talk about the isotopics on the moon, it's about 96% of the same of what we have here on Earth. What a gorgeous moon, though, ain't it? Let's see if we can pull out some of that brightness now. Let's see if we can get some of the brightness out tonight. Make it a little bit easier on the eyes. Make out a little bit more than the details. Hopefully you guys can still see it okay. $1 for a pound of material, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you get that every planet in the span from the Earth to the moon. That is correct in apogee. Apogee meaning the furthest distance in its elliptical orbit as the moon takes around us, then you would be able to at that point. Spent years looking. Oh, the moon through a telescope. Also, the other objects my telescope could see. I love it, Grant. That is amazing. That's absolutely amazing. What kind of telescope you got? Let's know what kind of telescope you got. See some of the darker areas here? This is going to be bosonic lava regions of the Marias. So we pull out a little bit more of that brightness. You can see it a little bit better, hopefully. Let me know if you can see it a little bit better. That darkness, the bosonic lava, the solidified lava up there. That's so cool to get to see the Marias, to be honest. I think it's beautiful. So many impacts. Always blows my mind. Yo, Chaco, what's up, brother? How's your night? How you doing, dude? How's your night? And again, if you're just coming in, this is a live view of the moon from here near Kansas City, Missouri tonight. Right now, we're looking at the Sea of Tranquility right here. Sea of Tranquility is where the Apollo 11 mission landed. I can't believe that people believe that the moon landing was fake. It don't even matter, man. Honestly, it don't matter. Not my objective. Not my objective. We're here just to enjoy it and talk about it. Some people obviously will deny stuff and whatnot, but that's on them. It is what it is. But just joking things. You're all good, Ricky. I got you. Helium-3, mining would be extremely practical. It makes sense since we don't have any here, obviously. It does make sense. Very dark, yeah. Look at Sagittarius, say, oh, we got rid of Sagittarius. Joking. If you can see the little black spot on the sun, 93 million miles away. Why can't you see because that little black spot on the sun is nowhere near 3 foot by 5 foot of an American flag. It comes back to what's actually called angular resolution, though. When you consider these type of things, like the little black spot on the sun, this is about 2 to 3 size of our planet. They're big. They're massive. And then when you talk about, of course, the flag, it's 3 foot by 5 foot, whatever it is, 2 foot or 3 foot by 5 foot, 238,000 miles away, roughly. But it's angular resolution. You can be able to do that map. It's fairly simple, though. Is there gold inside the moon? Most likely, yeah. Absolutely. Why don't you put on a random planet and stars and show what they look like? Just an idea. I mean, we sometimes kind of do that, it seems like. It does seem like that's something that Astronomy Channel will do. Well, haven't we gone back? We have gone back. We went back like 4 more times after the initial one. Or sorry, 5 more times after the initial one. We've been there 6 times. What do you mean? They know that they went landing 20 feet deep dust. How'd they know? So they used the surveyor letter to be able to do that. It actually landed here inside the region where Apollo 11 was actually supposed to land, but Apollo 11 actually missed the mark. Under Venus, however, Venus is so bright, needing the filter telescope. Don't look at Venus yet. A 6 lens refractor telescope. That's crazy. Yo, that's super crazy. Are those craters the size of cities? Some of them can be. Some of them are much larger too. The average impact crater on the moon is about 5 miles roughly. Let's see if I can find some decent ones real quick, though. Give you a perspective. See if we can find one. It's kind of like easy to get perspective. Even this one, that kind of bright one right in the center. I'm gonna bring in some light here, though. Maybe a little bit more light. That kind of bright one right there in the center. That's probably pushing somewhere around 25 miles. Venus will be visible through your telescope. It would be right now in the evening periods, right after the sun sets. But I can't capture it with the telescope here inside the observatory. It would just look at the walls. Brad, good evening, buddy. Rockets in a vacuum. Tell me you don't understand anything. Tell me you just don't understand anything. Beautiful that people have the opportunity to walk there is something that I dream of doing. I envy them. Yo, I could imagine being on the moon. I think it'd be very beautiful. Very beautiful. The clouds went to the moon. Okay, cool story, dude. Cool story. You already showed your lack of any thought process tonight, man. I think you're good. Next slide might have someone you might just enjoy. Put a little bit more perspective. This is a Sea of Tranquility right here. This is about the size of Texas. Roughly about the size of Texas here. This one's about the size of Texas. Get us popped out here real quick. Boink, boink, boink. Claims in extraordinary evidence. Their beliefs got lied. Wait, extraordinary claims. What claim are you trying to go at there? Here's the deal. At the end of the day, it's called science, which means that many people have continued to review and confirm that evidence. I would agree. Earth is way better. I would agree. But many people do work together to confirm these type of evidence. There's no guarantee that it's perfect, but it's from the best observations and the best data that can be pulled. And that's how that kind of works. It'll leave Earth and a solar panel return. No, not necessarily how that works. No, that's a whole different story, man, than looking at the moon, though. Oh my goodness. Make sure I get the rest of it over. If that one hasn't been bombed out, then move on. If that one hasn't been bombed out, then move on. I am so lost in the conversation. No clue what you guys are talking about. Obviously, condoms don't work sometimes. Open your eyes. All right, let me open my eyes for you here real quick. I'll even open your eyes tonight. Just because you're going to be that little condescending, be honest. I got you though, bro. I got you. I'm going to let you watch too. You're just going to have a little nice time out for a while. And you're going to get to watch us tonight. Just watch how this works. Looks like the moon is breathing. It is. The atmosphere is wild. It's definitely wild. It's definitely wild. Stupid. That's 80,000 pounds of fuel to leave Earth and a solar power return. Man, try to imagine making a claim with something so dumb that doesn't have any kind of to reality at all. Tranquility is where the Earth intercepted asteroids hits on the moon. Let's see if Tranquility is where the Earth intercepted asteroids hits on the moon. I'm kind of confused on that. What are the round convex thing that looks like they're stuck on the moon? Impact craters. Those will be different impact craters, debris that gets blown outward and such. Are they saying the same crater on the moon only hit the moon because it has no atmosphere? Are they saying that these same craters in the moon only hit the moon? If you see an impact crater on the moon, most likely it only hit the moon. Debris can be blown outwards during those. And I'm going to try to get this. You got a couple of different weird thoughts on here. I'll try to break it down. The impacts that you do see only hit the moon. Debris can be blown outwards, though. And if it does hit Earth, we call that a lunar meteorite, or originating from the moon itself. Some of the debris also that impacts the moon could also come back and hit us. And it is true. There's not an atmosphere. There's an exosphere, but it's very thin, very small. So it doesn't have that kind of protection like what we have here. We do have impacts here, though. Most of the impacts that we see when it comes to the moon itself is actually from the Great Bombardment period. Most of it comes from the Great Bombardment period. Oh, we gotta kick this kid. My goodness. I knew it would come up. Where's Mods at tonight? My goodness, man. Almost 4 times rookie. Yeah. How big are the craters that we're looking at? Right now we're looking these are going to be closer towards the 20 miles, 20, 30 miles radius. Like the ones that have biosignatures, that's dang near confirmation. Oh yeah, you can sniff out the signatures really well with James Webb. James Webb's doing a wonderful job with that. Would the moon hold satellites? There's one already up there that does an amazing job. Look up Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. Absolutely. Just got here what I missed. Oh my goodness. Kids where their parents obviously failed in life and thought it would be okay to bring kids in their same, I don't know, their same roads. Oh my goodness. Here's a scary thing. When kids kind of get in that method, I would hate to meet their parents. I would just hate to see it. And we get to, the crater in Arizona. Ain't that amazing? Absolutely. Absolutely amazing. Jenny, good evening to you, by the way. Someone's kid is up past bedtime. Yeah, too many. Impact craters that stick outwards. What do you mean impact craters stick out? Oh, are you talking about like in the center? Are you talking about in the center or no? Like in that one on the top? Let me kind of go to one. If you're talking about like in the center, that's called a central peak. You can kind of see one there. Let's go find a decent one, though, that's easier to view. There's one in this one up here, but it's going to be kind of dark at first. See if I can get enough light to be able to see it. These are called central peaks. A lot of different things occur here. We'll try to bring in the light for us, though. You kind of see it right in the center. That's called a central peak, though. This is kind of the same concept that if you drop something into a little bowl of water, if you look in the center, you see that drip come right back up and then back down. So when we see impacts occur on the moon, your object that hits the moon itself can actually dig in a little bit if it don't get exploded. And it can kind of push back up, but you also get that dip that comes up and down. When you talk about the impact crater itself, this is not from the actual object that impacts, but the energy that goes outwards from that impact. So you got seismic waves. So similar again, when we talk about water, if you throw a rock into a pond, you see the seismic waves go outwards. No matter that angle, no matter the size, you're roughly seeing about a perfect circular motion, even though they ain't perfectly circular, but roughly two. But do we get huge asteroids that hit Earth? We do. We have some massive impact craters here on Earth. We have some massive impact craters on Earth. Have the same amount of craters or more. So there's a lot going on there. Obviously, this is kind of like, I guess, second grade stuff, but we have sediment changes here on Earth, so our ground changes quite frequently. And in addition, obviously, we have weather, we have rain, wind, stuff like that. And then in addition, we have an atmosphere that burns things up, which is why we see meteors. The moon is plasma. The sun shines from angles. For me, randomly made it possible to see through stars. All right, cool story, man. Cool story. Some of those craters look like they're thousands, if not many more years in age. Oh, a lot of these impact craters that we see come back from about 3.5 to 4 billion years ago during the Great Bombardment period. Sits around the bottom right of the crater. There's a crater that, yeah, it looks like a cylinder going through it. It's interesting, huh? It's actually pretty low. Have we seen any anomalies looking at close to the moon? Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely some anomalies that we see. Why, you'll have to, Evo, what was the question? The moon plasma? I don't know what you're asking. Why? Like, at the end of the day, because there's something wrong in your head. I don't know what to tell you. Be as wild as like a flag at the beach. It is. The atmosphere is breathing like crazy. Scary coming away in an hour. Hey, thanks, Scary. Coming our way in the solar neighborhood. I mean, there's a lot of objects. Nothing that like triggers anything, though. Now, how many miles is it to the Earth, from the Earth to the moon, I think is what you actually meant. So on average, about 238,900 miles away when we talk about the moon and Earth distance. Moon is so mysterious and full of questionable anomalies. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would definitely agree. I mean, a lot of it's kind of understood in the most part. Like, it's not hard to figure out kind of what's going on. We have a lot of evidence that comes back from the moon. So we've been able to study it really well. In fact, when it comes to something that we studied, the moon is very well studied. It helps a lot. Watch Cinnamons, awesome. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Where's Louis Armstrong's footprint and the flag? You got to look and see a tranquility. I don't have the equipment to do that. We watch Cinnamons. I appreciate it, though. Thanks, Chris. I don't watch this one. Definitely, probably not. Not with the amount of atmosphere we have tonight. Not with the atmosphere we have tonight. It's pretty well tonight. With your own eyes, it's pretty obvious you believe what's written in books. I mean, whatever, Eva. Whatever, man. You can go with your own. You can go with your own mindset. No one's here to stop you, dude. No one's here to stop you, man. No one's here to stop you. No man's ever walked on the moon says under duress. Dang, dude, you been there to verify or what? You send up a satellite to take some photographs to verify? So awesome, too. I would agree. Absolutely. I would agree. Absolutely would agree. All right, time to hydrate. Good time to hydrate. The moon? I'm at work. Are you at work tonight? Oh, no way. Have you seen anything from the moon landings? Not with my equipment. I don't have anything big enough. I don't have anything large enough to see small objects at that distance. But look up India, Japan, Russia, China. All took photographs. In fact, India's second lander did a very good job. Did a wonderful job on capturing some really cool stuff. Actually did a really good... Look that up, though. That's a really good view. Can you set up on a star? They look crazy accurate. They don't. They're little dots. Let me see if we can find one real quick. Let's see if there's a bright one near the moon. Let me see the deal here. They're just like little dots. There's nothing to them. Let me see if we got a bright one right next by here. There's actually a couple of decent ones. Let me sync to the moon here. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's see if we can do this properly. Which way do we want to go? We want to go off and... We don't have to go out just a little bit from the moon. Let me speed it up, though. Got to move a little bit quicker on the telescope. See if we can find a star out here. Should be some decent ones. It's not going to be like crazy bright, but should be decent ones out here, though. Let's get a little bit more brightness. See if we can make out a star. Oh, yeah, there's one right there. We get just enough. And pull it over for our view. I'm going to slow down the telescope, the camera on the telescope. Kind of see it. Right now the telescope's moving. They're not the two, man. They're dots. They're just little dots. Right now we're seeing the actual telescope move, though. They're not the two of them. Hey, what up, Distance? How's your night? Good evening. Get excited you have UFO reels or posts. got excited you'd have. I do not, man. Like I'm honest. I'm gonna give it to you as it is. What I see is what you see. What you see is what I see. I'm not gonna make up little crap for stuff, man. D-Vids, what up, brother? What up? What up? That being said, it's not. This is just a star out there hanging out. Just a little star. There's not even much of a star there. It's pretty small, fairly faint. Let me kind of come back over the moon real quick, though. Make sure we turn on. Oh, there's a couple more right here, even. There's nothing crazy about looking at stars, though. Cool things when you look at stars, usually with a telescope. I should put it this way. When you use a telescope to look at stars, you're going to look mostly towards like binary stars, or you're going to look at like globular clusters, stuff like that. A regular star is just boring. That was Jupiter next to the moon. It is. Jupiter is so close to the moon tonight. Like, really close to the moon. Look at a gorgeous area tonight. Which we may swing over that in just a second. We'll swing over to Jupiter in just a second here. Let's see if I can get it pinned on this map. Here we are. 3, 2, 1, and a wee. Let's see if we can go find Jupiter real quick. Let's see if we can get the brightness coming. Oh, I see Jupiter right there. We're man. Right there. Check it out. Here's going to be Jupiter. First, I'm going to show you the moons. Let's get some of the moons to try to come through. You can see 3 of the moons there on the top. I'm going to pull it down just a bit more. Where's number 4? It's probably... Where's number 4? One's going to be behind or in front. We can see 3 of the 4 Galilean moons. Kind of calm it down here for a second. And then I'll pull back some of the brightness as well. See if we can make out the banding on it. You guys see the bands on Jupiter? The bands that make her dance there. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? Beautiful Jupiter. We'll be observing a little bit of Jupiter as well. We don't have the great red spot coming through. Obviously, we don't have very good focus either, but pretty cool. Really cool to get to see it out there. Chance, what's up, bro? Kind of crazy to think right now we're in outer space. We're in space. I wouldn't say outer space. We're definitely in space. All right, let's get back to the moon, though. You guys ready? Ready for the moon? Get back to our beautiful moon. It's always fun to hang out the moon for a minute. And 3, 2, 1, and a wee on our way. Thanks, Radis. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. About the other point of light way off in the sky. What do you mean other point of light way off in the sky? Not sure what you mean. Be a little bit more specific to that. I honestly don't know what that means. Other point of light way off in the... I got no clue. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Alright, I'm going to slow down the telescope, though, because obviously we don't want to be going crazy as we're flying through here. Getting moonsick? I know. What's up, Kat? Good evening to you. How are you? How was your night? Moonwater? You do moonwater? Okay. Edge of the moon's always gorgeous view. But here's, again, we're looking towards the south pole of the moon right now. Looking towards the south pole of the moon. How about know there has been a recent larger impacts? There actually is. One was discovered from 2024. Larger impacts are about once every 10,000 years, so. You look at, can you just look it out there for you to look into? Jenny, I just took it out there for you to look into. I'm so confused. What's the moon's base? I wish there was a base on the moon. There's not one. There's no base on the moon. There is no base on the moon. That's craziness. Should be in the future, though. Hopefully with the Artemis mission. Do you think the moon is part of the Earth? We can see that it is from all the evidence. It does come back to the great impact hypothesis, which is now the leading scientific theory. About 90% of agreements on it. Hi, Sammy. How are you? How's your night? How is Sammy? Not sure if the screen is mirrored right now. Terrible. Try. Oh, I got you. Yeah, it is. It is. The way that we're set up, it is. Where the footprints of the past astronauts on the moon? Not clearly. On the moon. Have you seen any John? I have not. I have not. Do I need to? Just got done with the exam. Oh, how'd it go? How'd it go? I'm going to take with the chair. It's not great, but I'm also going to take it. It's probably, you probably did good. You probably can order a hot dog from whatever it is, Uber Eats or whatever tonight. Oh my goodness. We're on the moon? Oh, okay. So this is going to be the Sea of Tranquility right here. You kind of pull it up. This is going to be Sea of Tranquility right here. It's about the size of Texas. And then you got the Bay of Roughness kind of on the left middle here. Let's see if I can draw on the screen real quick. Get the annotation here. So Apollo 11 would be right about here roughly. Right about there. That's where the Apollo 11. It's very beautiful. Always got to love the moon. Can you zoom out a little? Can you zoom out a little on the moon? I think it's the most we can zoom out. Like my whole field of view is right here, by the way. We don't have a lot of field of view with this camera. Best one is Master so far, hopefully. Oh, nice. That is so cool. That is so awesome. All these craters are so colossal. It's a nice view. I appreciate it, Double. Thank you, bud. You ever do time-lapse photography of the sky? You can look at our website. We do here from the observatory. We take we basically use the all-sky camera. And then you can look at all that. Then you get your star trails, stuff like that, if you want to check it out, or even a video that shows the whole night. Had access to Chinese footage of the dark side of the moon. Check out Luna 3. Look up images from Luna 3. Those are the first ones that ever came out. They're from USSR. But you can also look up Luna Reconnaissance Orbiter, or the LRO. Rockstar, what's up, brother? How's your night, dude? How you doing, man? Good evening. You saw those? Those are really gorgeous, honestly, to be honest. I think they're really beautiful. I'd have to look up details on the photos from China on the far side, though. But I have to look that up. I don't think I've even seen them. Honestly, I cannot remember seeing them. Cannot remember seeing them. I gotta get my watch back on now. Now it's fully charged. Yo. Anyways, how's your night going, by the way? Y'all having an amazing evening? Hopefully an amazing Wednesday night. You're halfway through the week. I'm great, dude. I am great. I'm going to try to stand up here for just a bit. I'm doing great, though. Have an amazing night, dude. Have an amazing night. Take a... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Working so... Oh, come on, brother. Come on, man. What are we going to be working all the time for, dude? That's craziness. Don't need to be always working. Let's kind of move over just a bit here. You're looking at the Alpine Valley right there. If you look on the top, you see that kind of valley that's coming down right in the center. That's the Alpine Valley right there. Do I see the aliens out there? There's no evidence that suggests that besides fake videos. Are you on the unsweetened tea? I am. No sugar, no carbs. So cool. So glad I scrolled in. Yo, I'm glad to have you. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Kels. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're on the unsweet tea and a lot of water. Horrible amount of water. I'm doing pretty good with it, though. I'm actually kind of excited with the progress I've made. Which is kind of wild because I have like crazy energy right now. And it's not like that sugar energy that you get. It's a whole different energy. I'm actually standing up in here because I'm just like sitting down. I just feel like I have too much energy and got to do something. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much. Operation, thank you so much, buddy. Nice. It's a beautiful view. It's a beautiful view tonight. We'll make anything we're trying to sort out the garbage. I got you, brother. So sad that I will make it even worse. No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. I definitely understand what you're saying. I try to stick to the facts, though. Facts over feelings, I think, is some of the best things that we could do. Get one of those standing desks. I know that's what I need. I honestly need to consider that. But, dude, like Xander, honestly, yeah. I honestly need to consider. I do need to consider it. I do need to consider that. And again, Operation, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Miss the moon? I have too. Honestly, I have too. We're going to try to give it a little bit of focus, though, real quick. You can see some of these beautiful impact craters right here. Central peak in that one. But I'm going to try to push the focuser just a bit out. See if we can get to kind of clear up just a hair. Those are pretty cheap nowadays. Compared to a few years ago, I would agree. Yeah, the desks that you can raise, I think I've actually seen one for like a couple $100. They're actually really cheap. Heavy atmosphere tonight, it looks like it does. So far, it's like been horrible, but it was like 92 degrees today. It ended up being 92 today. It was kind of wild. What's going on with the craters? Could be millions, billions even, yeah. Billions even. Can you zoom out? It's the most I can zoom out with our setup that we currently have. We can zoom in, but if the atmosphere would let us, we'd be able to zoom in more. For example, like we can get in this, see if I can get it here. We can get into this impact crater here and actually check out like that central peak. But we need the atmosphere to kind of calm down so it's not like, gets you all nauseous. Okay, Coca-Cola to the left. Oh, Coca-Cola to the left. I would never believe it. Yeah, so most of the impact craters that you see on the moon come from the Great Bombardment period. It's about 3.5 to 4 billion years ago. I think the asteroids went there. Oh, the astronauts. Okay. Do you think the astronauts went there? Yeah, all the evidence suggests so. There's a lot more evidence that suggests that we've gone there, from rocks to photographs, communications between Australia outwards. There's a lot more evidence suggests that we went than there is in the other direction. If this real, it is. Yeah, welcome in. Let me know if you guys want to see the telescope. I can show you the telescope. We do have the other camera up here tonight. Let me see if I can pull it in. So here's our other camera. You can see beautiful the moon right there, and then Jupiter as well on the left. I don't know where'd my laser go. But let me know if you want to see the telescope. I can absolutely show you the telescope. You want to see it? Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Let me flip this camera though. Let me see if I can flip this camera around a little bit. Make it a little easier to see stuff. 90 degrees, like that. All right, let me kind of pull this over and down a little bit, and I'll show you guys the telescope. You can see the moon. I'll tap the telescope too. You can see kind of what happens. There we go. I don't want to disturb you. You're sensitive. Who are you talking to, man? You think I'm sensitive, bro? That's actually kind of funny. All right, here we go. Anyways, I just unconnected. No, let me get it back. Hopefully I can get it back. Let's see if it'll come back up. Might have to kick it back on. A lot of water on the moon. Actually, there's quite a bit of water. There's actually quite a bit. I mean, not like what we have here, obviously, but no, there's definitely quite a bit of water. I gotta get that camera to kick back on. See if I can do it somehow. It's not kicking on yet. I'll have to see what happened there. Make sure I got the rest of the comments. Our cosmic neighbor. Yeah, absolutely sure. How the creators go 0, but I go. Wait, what? What happened there? This is sweet. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. Hi, Stephanie. Good evening. How was your night? All right, let me see. Where is our camera at, though? Oh, there we go. We got it back on. Now it can show us. Here we are. We need light, though. We'll need a little bit of light. It's way too dark right here. Let me turn on some light. See it a little better. It's kind of hard to do. Too many cables in my way right now. Let's see if I can get the set back up though. Okay. It'll be low enough. Hopefully you guys can see it. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I may have to trade out cameras or something. That camera just don't have a very wide field of view. Bass, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Subscribe to this awesome content, man. Want to get a telescope now? Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, it's going to be the moon and Jupiter in our view up on the very top. Moon and Jupiter. What do you do if you see someone telescoping back at us? I guess see who blinks first, huh? See who does blink first? See who blinks first. I appreciate it. Thanks, Darkstar. I tried to get it. It just wasn't happening. That camera just don't have a very good field of view. I could take out another camera and get it set up, though. I'll do that tomorrow night for us. Remember Bruce sees, I do. I do. Xander says, sheepdog. Okay. I thought he went out, so we will see. I got you. Happy late birthday to you, I guess. Is today your birthday? How tall is that crater? Which one? The one on the very top? That's probably pushing about just under 2 miles, I'd imagine. 1.5, roughly. Melvin the Martian. Nice. Just wondering your thoughts in that area. It honestly don't matter. It's kind of weird to come in. That's why I'm a flat earther when I'm looking at something round. Kind of wild. When shorts full, yo. Hey, it's just from the live streams. That's a great thing. Nothing has to be fake, right? Alternative Universe, the channel that I share. There's a live stream. By pointing telescope at the Earth. What? Where'd they point it from, though? Where are they pointing the telescope from? Or are you talking about the satellites that take imagery? I would imagine that's what you mean. Whichever is captioned, don't do audio next to the sleepy fam. I got you. I hear you. Earbuds. The thing is, it's live, so getting captions to work makes it pretty tough. What camera do you prefer? When it comes to the telescope, right now we're using the SV305C Pro. It just depends on what you're trying to do, though. It depends on what your target is. Most followers, how much? Okay, cool story, man. Oh, he doesn't believe in the moon landing? Yeah, I do believe in the moon landing, obviously. If you get a chance, check out his scope. Pin west. I want to check it out. Like, obviously, there's no telescope out there looking back at us. It'd be a horrible idea because of the sun. But I would imagine you mean satellite imagery from. It could be like GOES-R, for example, or GOES-U, or something like that, and so on. I was hoping I excited the moon. Oh, I'm 31 now. Oh, okay. Hopefully, Space Tour will be happening soon, dude. April 1st. April 1st, we got the launch of Artemis 2. Hopefully. Have you given the Tycho crater its monthly dose of attention? Not yet. It's not visible very well just yet. Not visible just yet. Soon, though. Soon we'll get to see it. Make sure I got the rest of the comments here. Comments went by pretty quick on me there for a minute. What's there were captions? I wish there was too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry there's no captions. Is that dust or frozen ice water? Dust. What we see mostly here in our view, especially, this is going to be dust. Got one of the grand. Oh, okay. Only one of the grandson. Really sad to watch this. That's amazing. That's awesome. I'll try to remember not to be mean to some people, I guess. I have a smaller telescope. Definitely can't see this much detail. What's the model? This is C11. This is the C11 from Celestron, so an 11-inch catch screen. Are they still using Hubble, or is it fully? They are still using Hubble. They do actually still use it. Telescope from Pennsylvania. But you said looking back at Earth, or you mean it's just running? I don't know who it is. I got you though. Atmosphere is a little wobbly day. A little bit. Yeah, we got quite the atmosphere. A little bit turbulent tonight. But it's still gorgeous. We got the beautiful moon. We got Jupiter out there not too far from the moon. So that's actually cool. We got some really crazy views. Every now and then, though, I'm going to have to stop and hit that focuser. And I need to remember to do that. Let's try to hit it real quick. See if we can give us a little bit of focus. Who said it wasn't? What was that? It is very gorgeous. Does the moon look any different during an eclipse? In what perspective? I guess that's difference too subjective, right? So during an eclipse, it's amazing, but I'm not too sure what you mean by different and what you mean by different itself. Looks like it snowed on the moon. Kind of has that view. I can see that. It's about 12% of the sunlight that that it actually reflects. So it's pretty interesting. Imagine if it reflected even higher. That'd be crazy. Got Celestron too. Celestron's a good brand. I like Celestron. Good snack eye, Sammy. Sounds good. What it looks like it snowed on the moon. It's a really interesting question. The regolith that we talk about on the moon itself is mostly a grayish color. Tonight we got the C11 telescope tonight. Well, that's from Detroit. Yo, what's up? Happy to catch you. I'm glad to have you. Definitely glad to have you. Did your eyes feel different when looking at the sun? That's not too subjective there. Yep. You're talking fast tonight. What vitamins are you taking? None. Actually, I kicked away sugar about 5 days ago now. I got rid of sugar and carbs, and this is like just pure energy. I'm like actually energized. It's wild. Thanks, Math. I appreciate that. Thank you. Different in color during the eclipse, to clarify. Okay, I got you. So during a typical eclipse, no. But when we have a total lunar eclipse, then yes, because of the red light that comes through the atmosphere and the UV light, it actually causes it to have that red view, or what's called the blood moon. Ketosis is amazing. It is absolutely true. Are you on the keto diet? Nope, not the keto diet, dude. I'm just doing me. I'm just getting away from certain things, trying to go healthier. Been hitting it pretty hard as far as exercise as well, and I'm pumped. It's kind of weird having no sugar and. I don't feel that sugar drain at night as well. It's kind of wild. Our moon is more than just a moon. Your thoughts? What exactly you mean? Our moon is more than just a moon. I mean, it's just a moon. By definition, it's a moon. You got rid of poison? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no sugary drinks. Right now I'm drinking sweet tea. Or, sorry, not sweet tea, but unsweetened tea, which is nasty. But, like, just weird diet. It's a super wild diet. Why am I getting moon? Hey, man. You looked. I had to do it. You looked. It's on you. Welcome in, by the way. Good to have you. 56 and 266 pounds. I would love to lose weight, but it's so hard to find motivation to get my butt up. Dude, I hear it. I get it. So I'm 40. I'm 40. I'm not that big, obviously. I'm very muscular. I'm well built, I should say. I'm very well built. So I would like to get like 30 pounds off of me, especially since we just went through winter. And you know what? I found a reason to have motivation. And that motivation is what drives me. I think sometimes you got to find that motivation. You got to find that reason. And then once you get through, the first couple of days were tough, especially if no sugar. But once you get through, I don't know. I'm on day 5 now. Once you get through like 4 or so, I'm definitely getting a little bit better. Yeah, I'm jacked up. I feel like that, man. Started to eat liver for vitamins. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know that I could do. I don't know that I could do liver. Here, I'll give you guys an example of how wild it actually is. So I love spicy foods, like super super spicy foods. Without the sugar, this morning I had a beef jerky stick with cheese, and it was the jalapeno type. It actually made my mouth a little bit fire because that sugar obviously takes away a lot of that, or kind of numbs you per se. So when I took that jalapeno beef jerky this morning, I felt the fire. It came in. Don't drink or smoke, but I love my straight. Nice, I got you though. How wide are those craters? On the average, they're about 20 miles wide. The bigger one that's near the center right there, you're probably talking about, that's probably pushing about 40, roughly about 40. The best thing I've ever done for myself. I love it. That's amazing. That is so amazing. Hey, RV, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How was your night? You believe that astronaut said about the moon that hit and rang like a bell? The astronaut didn't say anything about it hit and rang like a bell. In fact, that's the scientist on the back end that was looking at the seismic meter. It didn't ring like a bell per se in your ear, but a reverb on the moon itself. Let on the moon play golf, absolutely. You gave up booze and sugar and caffeine nearly 8 years ago. Yo, no way, Mickey. That's amazing. Yo, that's super amazing. Ever see a UFO? Honestly, no. What I see is what you see. I'm not going to kind of bull crap it around. I'm going to tell you, like, honestly, no. I'm in Kansas City. We don't get nothing wild here. It is super boring when it comes to that type of stuff, that kind of activity. Is there men on the moon? There is in the form of ashes. Shoemaker himself, scientist Shoemaker, is on the moon in the form of ashes. And I say, that's awesome. Good. RV, how's your night, brother? How is your night? Some thoughts the Earth was hollow. I mean, some people also watch movies like Godzilla and think the Earth's hollow afterwards. It comes back to feelings. Facts over feelings. Honestly, facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. You ever capture the ISS? Sometimes we try to chase it. Once you get sugars out of your system, oh yeah, you can try something with it. It was way too sweet. Oh, that's what I was told. Yeah, somebody said that. So I'm kind of scared to try anything. I would imagine, especially in the next week, get past the next week, have anything with a little bit of sugar in it. I'm kind of scared to try it, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Something else might be hollow there, maybe. Moon Luna, though, big cheese. I love it. 3 Atlas is about to make. Okay, cool. You think it's about to make an U-turn? Okay, cool. Your palate's adjust accordingly. Oh yeah, absolutely. See the article saying that they found nuclear fuel on. That would be so fake. When I bought my house, I'd get a catalog from Orion Telescope. Okay, yeah. It's the previous owners were stargazers. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. That's amazing. Now, of course, you wouldn't get the Orion Telescope catalog. This is the moon. Yep, hanging out the moon. How high are those mountains, mate? Oh, let's go look at the highest mountain. You want to see the highest mountain on the moon? Let's go back over there real quick. Let me go show you Mount Huygens. It's about 18,000 feet, roughly. Let's go over towards Mount Huygens here. And I'm going to give us a little bit of brightness so you can even see just the shadows being casted. This is the crazy thing. This actually blows my mind. One of my favorite things about looking out at the moon is the mountains, but you can see Mount Huygens here. Super high. Let's see if I can do any kind of focus, though. See if we can push that focuser a little bit. Yeah, the mountains are so beautiful. I love mountains on the moon. I think they're so cool. This is an electronic telescope. Not the telescope itself. My mount is. My mount is electronic, which does follow things through the sky. But the telescope itself, no. See this on my sound setting, but this is insane. Yo, that's awesome. That's super awesome. Aliens are radioactive. Think about it. Okay, cool story, dude. Whatever you're out. Okay, cool story. Good to have you anyways, man. Good to have you anyways. Alright, let's do it. Let's move over a little bit more. Yeah, the mountains on the moon are so cool. Maybe checking their friends for activity, I guess. See other planets with that scope? Yeah, absolutely. We can go to Jupiter if you want to see it. We can swing over to Jupiter, take a look out at Jupiter, look at a few of the moons as well. We can see 3 of the 4 Galilean moons tonight. 3 of the 4 Galilean moons showing up tonight. At some point, I'm going to have to run outside here for a minute, though. Hi, welcome in, Lamb. How's your day? Mount Huygens is the Mountus. Yeah, it's in Mount Impenius. Range for 18,000 feet. It's crazy. It's actually really awesome. So it's the highest mountain peak, but not the highest peak on the moon, which is interesting. Yes, please, you want to see it? Okay, we can do that. Am I warm? Yeah, actually, I got the air conditioner on. It's actually really warm tonight. It's starting to cool off a little bit. It's 63, but I'm heated. Like, I feel like a furnace right now. Moon is moving away from her. Don't remember the specs. Yeah, about 1.437 inches per year. All right, let's do it. Let's do Jupiter real quick. Let's pop into Jupiter real quick. Here we go. 3, 2, and a 1. We on our way real quick. Once we leave the protector place, we call home. In a sense, I mean, I wouldn't really call it a protector. It's definitely taking a hit. I don't know that I would actually call it a protector myself, though. It stopped a lot of the crap that could come at us. I don't know how people come in. Start crap. Yeah, I get it. I know, it's so funny. People are fun. Alright, let's get Jupiter pulling real quick. Pull in Jupiter for us. We on our way. Here's going to be beautiful Jupiter. I'm going to pull it down just a bit. We're going to grab the moons as well. I'm going to bring in a lot of light here. You'll see 3 of its moons right on top. Check that out. Ain't that cool? Ain't that amazing? Moon keeps moving away, or does it come back? It keeps moving away. Everything is on its way outwards. Everything in the cosmos appears to be on its way outwards, including our moon. But our beautiful planet Jupiter. We'll hang out with Jupiter here in a little bit, though. But sorry, you're good, man. You're good. Shouldn't be here if we took all those hits. Most of those hits that we see on the moon come from the Great Bombardment period. That was like 3.5 to 4 billion years ago, roughly. We took a lot of hits as well. We have a lot of impact craters on the moon, but we have sediment change, or on the Earth, but we have sediment changes. We have a lot of sediment changes. How many moons does Jupiter have? 101. Jupiter has 101 moons currently. Currently 101 moons. Yeah, billion. About 3.5 to 4 billion years ago. Me wouldn't get it. Ganymede, Galilee, European Galilee, and Calisa Galilee. Into late. Oh my goodness. Are you excited for Artemis 2 in 1 week? I am. I'm very excited. I hope we get it out there. I hope it goes. Or, for the astronaut's sake, I really hope it does. Can you see Mars not above the horizon currently? 102 if you count all 3. Yeah, that's so funny. It wouldn't be considered a moon, though. It wouldn't be grabbed by gravity like that. Model 50070 focal length, 500 millimeter, 70 millimeter. I haven't used it. Okay. What do you think? What do you think? So 500 millimeter is your focal length. 70 millimeter is your width. The model is whatever, right? It's good. You're going to get a lot of light to come through that. The moon's going to be amazing with it. You'll definitely enjoy the moon. Definitely enjoy it. Heart of Anthem, right until you get 285 for Saturn. Mind-blowing. It's crazy. Hi, Natalie. Good evening. Hi, Jupiter, the inner 4 planets. It's a shooting gallery. It's a shooting gallery because of Jupiter. It's actually the opposite direction. It's actually a shooting gallery because of Jupiter. It does a little bit of both. It's a good friend of me to have. It helped out a lot on a lot of objects, but it does slingshot stuff at us. Go to Artemis, Clearwater, Tampa. I'll be driving over. Oh, no way. Are you serious? That's so cool. And back to the moon. This is better than Disney Ride. I would agree. The atmosphere is taking all the hits. Our atmosphere takes most of the hits, but we still get hit. Just the other day, a lady's house got hit in Houston. It's pretty wild, ain't it? Hey, Lubbock, Texas. No way. Welcome in. How you doing, Ambrose? How's your night? What's your favorite planet to look at? Or is it something else? So honestly, that is true. It would be planets for me. I'm into the planetary side. Jupiter by far, and Venus. The two of my favorite planets to go to would be Jupiter and Venus. Gonna track the fly around the moon. I wish it'd be so small though. It's like the size of a bus. It's so dang small. You find the man on the moon. Yeah, on a full moon, it's easy to see for me. What are you looking at right now? We're looking at the moon. Hanging out, looking at the moon tonight. Well, the song is nice. What happened to her house? It got hit by a meteor that came through the sky down near Houston. This past week, there was like 3 big ones, and one actually hit her house. Crazy. Make sure I got the rest of them up there. Have you heard 12-inch brothers are not being made any longer? I have not heard that, brother. Let's hear let's hear it though, dude. I'm sure this is going to be a joke. There was a meteor also in Michigan. There was a couple of them in Ohio area that'd probably be seen by Michigan residents as well. Does it ask me to buy him an Aperture 8012? Kid, what has expensive taste? Yo, you don't even know what's coming up, Anthony. You have no clue what's coming up. Did you find the meteor? I didn't. I have a meteor here. I got a lunar meteorite, but I didn't find no meteor like that. A sci-fi fan apparently. Dang. What's the temperature on the moon? On the side that faces us, and we'll talk about the side face us. When the sun comes around, it gets hot. negative 220, negative 240 degrees. But as the shadow comes around the night phase, it starts to really cool off because it's about like negative 200, negative 220 degrees. It's just pretty much around zero though. We can talk about it. You want to buy a meteorite? I think it's smart. I think that's smart. I definitely think that's smart. She was a sci-fi pen. Dude, that has me cracking up. Kind of crazy. A space rock laying in your living room. That would be insane. It'd be super insane. How much does your meteor cost? I got mine gifted to me. Just a fact, 12-inch rollers have never been any longer. At least they aren't any shorter. Might be a silly question. There's no dumb questions. Why do the craters look like bumps? I.e. contrast inverted. So that's interesting. You're kind of looking on the inside that impact crater is the one I'd assume that you're looking at. On the inside, that's what's a central peak. Let's see if we can find a better crater. Or here, let me do it this way. Let me see if we can get a little bit closer for you. Is that any better or no? Even then, we could probably... Let's go look at them out on the edge. Maybe you can see it a little bit better on the edge here. Does that help or no? Show their concave. A meteor lands in your property, do you get to keep it? Yeah, absolutely. How many bodies left on the moon? Like bad name. No, just scientist Shoemaker was taken to the moon in the form of ashes. Up a 2-foot meteor crashes in my house, yo. Like not just an iron one, but something super rare. Something super rare, right? Like 16 Sykes core showing up. You know how much 16 Sykes core is worth? The amount of gold in it is insane. It's like an insane number. There are examples of low impact craters. You mean impact craters with less velocity? Is that kind of what you mean on? Is there examples of non-impact craters? So that's interesting. Non-impact meaning like debris that gets blown out from another impact, or it could also. It's probably going to be that debris that's blown out from an impact. That's probably going to be the best example you'll get. That's the only one I can put in my mind. How much, dude? Someone have to look it up. It's an insane number. Like the value of the amount of gold that Psyche appears to have is insane. 16 Psyche, by the way. Are meteors worth money? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Besides asteroid coming towards Earth, 5 cars, a Biden game. That's crazy. That's a lot of orange pill. Yep, absolutely. All right, let me take us over to something real quick, and I gotta run outside, y'all. That's the worst thing about this is usually I can make it the whole stream without having to run outside. But yeah, this dive's kind of taking it on me. Too much water. It's the optical illusion because they use the light source. Being on top. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. All right. 2 seconds, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Who's not behaving right now? Is a lamb, and so are the mods. Oh, nice. All right, here we go. I'm gonna actually sit down for a minute. What happens if you get a rip in your spacesuit? It'd be all bad. All bad. There's a lot of protection though. There's a lot of protection built into the spacesuits itself, or spacesuits. Meteor crashes on your property. Do you get to keep it? Yeah, absolutely. You know how you feel that. Can't respond to this. Oh my goodness. Get her on the moon. Yeah, we will. But yeah, realize how much hostile radiation you'd experience in space and the moon. So true, dude. So true. New York guys, they got that one as well. There's some comments I got to try to catch up with here. Just walking away, it looks like you guys were chatting like crazy. I don't know if we missed anything. Hopefully we didn't. Hopefully we didn't miss anything up there. What in the morning? Lamb said he's the best. My cousin's got a rip on his spaceship. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That's not any funny. What's on the dark side of the moon? There's no dark side of the moon, by the way. Dark side of the moon is just a song, unless you're talking about the dark side of the moon as far as being like the night phase. That'd be the only thing that you'd have that'd be considered to be like night, dark side of the moon. That kind of makes sense here. Use the moon and the sun to create the clock. It's a good question. I don't know anything about where it kind of comes from. The sun, obviously, because you got sundials. But as far as the rest of it, I don't have the answer for you. I don't have the rest of that answer. I think SpaceX will get to Mars with a human someday. I think so. I don't know if it's SpaceX, but I believe we'll get to Mars. You think the moon is a satellite from a different galaxy? No, not at all. Compositions match way too close to what we have here. Dark side meaning the permanent shadow pole. I mean, you could go with that if you really want to. You got the South Pole, and it's not the pole itself, it's the impact craters near the pole, where you just can't get sunlight to come up into it. Matter of fact, it's all dark. I mean, it don't create its own illumination, but it's not all dark. It illuminates or reflects sunlight. My understanding, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I think it's all good. Please no contact in chat. You find Clavius? You find Clavius yet? Is there any water? Is there any water on the moon? Yeah, we see ice water on the moon. We also see a little bit of water inside some of the silica. We see evidence of water as well around some of the impact craters near the rim. Also show up some. Heavily older than the sun. What's that? The moon? No, the moon's not. It's not older than the sun. Do you look at the moon every night? When we have the moon, I try to look at it. Ever seen a meteorite hit the moon while looking? I personally have not. But the moon spin on the axis like everything else now does. And why doesn't it? Does. It actually does rotate on its axis. It takes about 27 days, 7 hours and 43 minutes roughly, or 27.3 days. But it does spin on its own axis as it orbits around Earth. Because it is tidally locked, that process we call synchronized rotation. How do you see the moon? I see it sideways. I mean, it depends. Obviously, we're going to be looking at it. If you're talking about like optically, how we're seeing it now, it's just how the telescope's set up. Find something they left on the moon. Not with my equipment. I don't have anything that big. Do you believe there was a secret Apollo 18 mission? No, it's in a museum. You can actually go check that out in the museum. I never went. Supposed to have a blood moon soon. What? Not us. We already had one this year. We had one back in March. The moon rover is way too small. Allen, Texas, top of the food chain. Allen, Texas is a pretty cool place. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Thought he lost all that tech. You thought he lost all that? I mean, it's in literally. The technology is inside museums. You can go check out. The thing is saying that lost the technology means that we don't use things from back in the 1960s, 1970s. Those factories that created the stuff have moved on to create new things for other places. So that's what it kind of means when it comes to that. Hey, bye, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. See the Mars telescope you're using? We could. It's just not above where we can see it right now. Star Trek, and who's your favorite character? I watch Star Trek. I don't know if I would go for favorite character, though. I'm not too sure. What do you think about the possibility of extraterrestrial visitors in our solar system leaving a message on the moon, since it does not in a room? I don't know why it would matter to them. If you're that advanced, Why would it matter? At the end of the day, why would we matter? If you're that advanced and can actually get out there and do stuff like that, why would it matter? I guess that'd be like the first thing I would think on the logical aspect of it. Work on electron microscopes, and it's super cool to see. The opposite of what I work on. That is amazing. No way. Maybe I should live stream my work. That'd be awesome, man. It's also about 1959 Apollo 11, but never the others were one play freaking off. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Our tech has advanced so much from back in the 1960s and 1970s. But you know where it is? Apollo 11? Yeah, we can go by the Apollo 11 landing site. We're actually really close right now. We're actually really close to the Apollo 11 landing site. There's going to be the Sea of Tranquility right here. This dark mass that you see is the Sea of Tranquility. Let me see if I can get my annotation to pop up. Right about here is going to be the Apollo 11 landing site right there. Triple's favorite? Nice. Spock is number one Star Trek. What? Melton's your favorite? Jim. American flag still on the moon. There's several of them, but yes, they are. They were captured. Several of them have actually been captured by different countries, including India, Japan, China, and Russia. What happened to the Earth and the Moon rotates and generates some magnetic poles? I got to kind of break this down. What would happen to the Earth if the Moon rotates, and so it does rotate, but it don't have the ability now to create its own magnetic field, though? That's long gone. That's long gone. Love data. That's pretty cool. How long would it take to walk to the moon? I don't know. Why is no one talking about the planets lighting up? Because that was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, somewhere in there. Do you think it's a coincidence that all the planets just lined up and then all these comets are coming? It's interesting on the comets. I'll give you that. Planetary alignment's not that interesting because we can model it and see it do it constantly over and over and over. Comets, on the other hand, are very interesting in its own point. Like, how do we get so many comets at one period and then it calms down a lot? That's an interesting thing itself. That's very interesting. I got no clue why they'd want to do anything. Not something I know about. Wherever you guess, pretty hard to walk. That is so true. Your mother worked on Apollo. Oh, no way, Mike. That's amazing, bro. I love that. That is amazing. They need a 4x4 if they landed anywhere else. They would have needed a 4x4 ship if they landed anywhere else. That's funny. That is pretty funny. And what is the coolest thing about space, in your opinion? Us. By far, us. I think we make up such a interesting, not only just a timeline that we've done, but where we're probably going to go in the future. I think that's probably one of the most interesting things when it comes to space itself. What's it cool is that I got that one, okay. So it's possible. What was that question? So it's possible. Oh, to walk to the moon? No, you wouldn't be able to walk to the moon. Where are the green comets made of? Where are the green comets made out of nickel? In space. This is Mars. There's a question about colonizing. Venus or Mars? So Mars, by far Mars. You don't want to go to Venus. You want to get outwards, not inwards towards the sun. Hey, what up, Steven? How you doing, brother? Jack, good evening, bro. Where are you? Kansas City, Missouri. I'm over by Kansas City, Missouri. You're Dallas, Texas? Yo, crazy Dallas, Texas, a place I do not like driving around. Dallas is insane. It's insane. It is insane down there. Sit here. Yeah, why, man? Having a bad night tonight or what? Very, still near Jupiter. Very close, yeah. Because my dad's World War II era binoculars to look at Lunar tonight. I love it, Kake. That's amazing. No way. That's super amazing. That's really amazing. That is so amazing. Agree on Dallas, yeah. It's so tough to drive through Dallas. It is crazy. Love a 3i Atlas update. There's really not much to say. It's too close to Jupiter right now. Really close to Jupiter, and Jupiter itself blinds everybody when you try to take a photo out there. It's just so bright. What mountains are you on? None. Here in Kansas City, we actually don't have any mountain ranges. Beaumont area here, Texas, and Rapids. Dang. My dad always said, I have only space between my ears. I wonder if planets are floating around in there. John. No comments we're growing up. I had tech manuals. Okay. Work on destructive and non-destructive testing. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What planet do you find the most to be intriguing? Probably Venus. I'd probably go with Venus at that point. Do you see that in the crater? It looks like it's moving. Let me come back to it. Which crater were we looking at? That one right there, that little tiny one? I don't know if that's one. Let me find a better one for you, actually. But it's called a central peak. That little dot inside the central peak, or inside the impact crater, is called a central peak. Let's see if I can show it to you here. You see it in there? I'll bring up a little bit more brightness. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to try to focus as well while we're here. Let's see if we can push the focuser quite a bit. Let's see which way we need to go first. Try to get better clarity. Push it fast this way. You gonna get it? Seemed like I kind of want to get there, but we went by it maybe? Let me calm it down right here for a minute. Let's just kind of look. Is that a little bit better or not? What about the ones for the right? Oh, about the ones on the far right? Let me try it that way again. Let's go back to the right. Like in here, these small impact craters. Is that the one you're speaking of? It's going to be the same thing, central peak. So the telescope is this on the C11. C11. What about the biggest black hole? What about it? It has nothing to do with the moon, though. You never went to Atlanta? Chicago's worse than Dallas or Houston, though. Really? Chicago's pretty wild, though. Like, everybody drives so fast. It's actually insane. It's the best to live there. John. Is the moon useful to us? I mean, it is. It keeps everything in check, so our oceans are in check because of the moon. If it wasn't for it, our oceans would have massive waves that we just wouldn't even comprehend. It keeps our season in check, so the seasons that we go through, that's what keeps it in check. It also slows us down over time. If it wasn't for the moon, the days would be pretty wild. It'd actually be pretty wild. Hated driving in and around Washington, D.C. I got you. Seen double, or is this moon splitting? The cell photo didn't show it. We just got bad atmosphere right now. I don't know if that's what you mean. Got a little bad atmosphere. Let me try to do a little bit more focus, though, real quick. I'll have to hold on the comments for a minute. Come back for checking out something. It's crazy. All right, let's see if we can get to focus at all here. Get a better focus, anyways. Push it backwards. See a couple features right here in this area. Moon picks its zits, dust the craters. Yo. May have to pack up. The scene conditions are just the night's wild. Scene conditions are pretty wild tonight. Then we back up just a bit so we don't have a lot of issues. Stream is out. It's real. So true, Jack. So true, brother. I'm back from Chicago. So many useless people and useless people on stream. That's horrible. You can see a bit of the chromatic aberration. This one is pretty good when it comes to chromatic aberration. We just got a lot of light coming in, by the way. As I have such a clear view, it really makes a difference. It's so true. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah, we don't like this one here. Doesn't get too much chromatic aberration. What I think I got though is my gamma set a little higher than I usually do. There's a little bit, but not too much. Not like the worst that you can ever imagine. Watching from New Zealand. Welcome in New Zealand. Good to have you. Like Space. Welcome in, buddy. How are you doing tonight? I sure like a river tonight. It is. It actually said it wasn't going to be though. That's what's crazy. It actually said it was going to be a very beautiful night. Tonight though, when DSO comes, this is going to be very beautiful. I believe. I think we'll have a good night of DSO. It starts to make me feel like I'm looking at Jory at the sky. Yo, I love it. That's amazing. I love that. Back to the land down under. Dang, that is so funny. That is so funny. Sea of Serenity over here. The other one check out Sea of Serenity as well. That really dark mass right here. Bosnic lava that we're looking at. On the very top though, top right, is going to be some mountains. We have some crazy mountains up here. We'll go to the end of the center of the frame for a minute. Where's new impact crater on the moon? I would have to look it up. I'm not too sure where that one actually is. I did not look up the actual coordinates for it. Is the moon hollow? It is not. It is not hollow. It has a small iron core with a little bit of mercury in it. Yeah, I'm not too sure where the new impact crater is. I did a little bit of checking on it today, but I'm not exactly sure where it is. I didn't look up the location. For plate Tech 2. Not the moon, no. No, not the moon. Moonquakes occur, but it's from a whole different subject, though. Got dinked the other day. It was like 2024 when it actually got dinked. And just someone finally just realized it. They think they were seas, right? That is correct. Yep, the Mirage. People think it's a space hub. Well, that's on people. Our saying is that the UFO is just a flying object. Yeah, absolutely. Just something no one could ever figure out what they were seeing or something. If the months, years, season, days are based off of planetary bodies, where does the week come from? So that's an interesting one. I don't know. I mean, because there's going to be a lot of math behind that, considering the year, and they probably try to break it down in like coordinates of the year. So I would imagine that's where it came from. I'm not too sure though. Like off the top of my head, I really don't know. How do you know this as? How do you know this as if you experienced this before? Which was the question? Which question was that? Average temperature on the moon about 0 degrees, roughly about 0 degrees. That's moon. Lunar looking great. It is tonight. Hey, Sleek, what was the question, though? You got to be a little bit more direct on that question. I'm not too sure what you're actually asking. Average temperature, very cold. Yeah, average temperature is about 0. Roughly about 0. Are all the stars and planets following the same cycle since the beginning of existence, as we know? No, we can actually see the movement of things. We can see the expansion of things fairly easy. So we know that things are on their way. They do move around a little bit. We can also see, just kind of break it down a little bit, just how things work. Vega used to be our North Star, now it's the Polaris. We're looking cheese. What's up, Las Vegas? How's your night? How was your night? 7-day week came from, okay. Astronomy, they tracked 7 visible moving objects: Sun, the Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. There you go. Of course, it has to be something wild. It has to be something super wild. See tranquility visible. It is, yeah. Let's go over to it. Let's go over to see tranquility. Got place on this one side. 2 on a dark side. No dark side on the moon, though. Can't remember. No dark side on the moon. Right here. This dark mass. There's the sea tranquility right there. Is this through a telescope? It is, yeah. We're looking through a C11 telescope tonight, which is a Celestron. As the brand that makes it. It's an 11-inch Smith-Cassegrain telescope. Flew to the moon, but watching it in a telescope, would you see it go in reverse? If you flew to the moon, but watching it in a telescope, no, you'd see it magnify a lot more. It would definitely magnify a lot more for you. The same thing saying NASA is going back to the moon on April 1st. So excited. Yeah, absolutely. Artemis 2 is coming right up. Jason's at work tonight. I know it's been so peaceful. It's so calm. Denny, it is so calm. For once in our life, it is calm. Yeah. How many telescopes do you utilize? We got 20 here in the observatory. 20 of them here. Our brisk name is 290. The coldest temperature on the moon is about negative 420 degrees, roughly. Not quite down to 0 Kelvin, or bottomed out completely, but pretty dang cool. It's getting really close. There are lunar eclipses coming up for us here in the States. No, we already passed one. We passed one up in March. How you doing this? I'm doing great, man. What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight, brother? How was your night? Hopefully you're having an amazing night. Any strange ice? No. Do you see the moon lander? Not my equipment. I don't have anything that powerful. Hopefully the moon's made out of cheese. Swiss cheese, yo. Can we see the mountains again? Yeah, right here. They're actually right here. We kind of bring it back down a little bit. So we're looking on the bottom's the Sea of Serenity. On top is the Sea of Showers. And I'll see if we can get a little bit more brightness to hopefully see those mountains and the shadows back there a little bit. It's crazy cool. 15 minutes for a picture. Tonight, about 1.3 seconds when we talk about the moon. So about 1.3 seconds. 8 minutes would be towards the sun. If the moon was cheese, how many calories would it be too much? Well, just watching a few podcasts. Oh, I got you, bro. Nice. Been on the moon? Really nothing there, guys. Oh my goodness. Cosmodome. No. Are those big mountains? They're massive mountains, yeah. The what, like Mount Huygens, which is on the left side, is about 18,000 feet. Think about that. 18,000 feet. Crazy. What temperature on the moon? Depends. We'll talk about the side that faces us. The side that faces us when the sun comes around, about 220, 240 degrees, but when the night phase comes around, it drops down to about negative 220 degrees. And there's water on the moon, frozen of course. Yeah, there is water on the moon. We see ice water on the South Pole, but there's also moisture. We see that inside some of the silica. Let's say that 1.2 seconds, go to reverse. It'd be one direction. 1.2 seconds, one direction. Yeah, in one direction. No, Nick, thank you so much for the happy poop, bud. Won't throw it back at you though. And again, if you're just coming in, welcome in. Hope you're having an amazing night. If you enjoy astronomy, that's what we do here. Tonight we're looking at the moon. We got Jupiter as well nearby that we'll be swinging back over to here in a minute. We also are going to be doing some galaxies tonight in globular clusters. So we're going to go for some really beautiful things out there above us, the things that bring us together, our skies. If you want to give us if you want to subscribe and hang out with us, get notifications, whatever, you can click my name on the top up there and hit that subscribe and turn on notifications. 22 gazillion 2 calories. That's so funny. That's so funny. What's the temperature on the dark side of the moon? So there's no dark side of the moon. Dark side of the moon doesn't truly exist unless you're speaking of just the night phase. There's no true dark side of the moon. At all times, 50% of the moon is illuminated. You really know your stuff. What's your profession? I'm a belly dancer, but chilly on the dark side. It is and it's hot. It is chilly and it is hot. It's not going to be too much different though. Is there any equipment that we could possibly see on the moon landing? You'd have to look at images from like India, Japan, Russia, China. Look up India 2's lander or India's second lander. That's a really good one. Would you ever go to the moon if you could? I would love to be on the moon. I don't want to be in a rocket though. I would love to be on the moon. Yo, Distance, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Stephen, thank you so much as well. Uranus is pretty cool. Do you think the moon was created by collision from the Earth or by a smaller body? With the Earth. So it had to have been something very close to about the size of Mars, just probably a little bit smaller. David, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. 5 months, my brain is still a black hole, but yeah, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I do appreciate it. Do you believe we actually made it to the moon? Not only just once or twice, or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times, but 6 times. 6 times. I think the residents there are living on the inside of it. So you watch too much TV is what you're saying. Let us know. You watch too much TV. We'd love to be on the moon, but not a rocket. I get that. Yeah, absolutely. John just says no. Tell us you ain't bitter, bro. Tell us you ain't bitter, man. Or tell us you don't have any logic behind you. You got your hands full, he does. I feel sorry for Pluto. Just shucked it aside. No, I didn't, though. I didn't. It's still out there, obviously. Just by the definition change of what a planet is, doesn't make a difference of what Pluto actually is. You know what I mean? Hopefully we get someone to come in and hang out with us here in a bit. I don't know what the holdup is. Probably not seeing anything here yet. How big are those impact craters? Some of these are really big, like that one on the top. That's probably pushing about 60, roughly about 60 miles. The mystery is truly captivating. I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. I think that's what brings us into what we do, into science, is the mystery is captivating. I would definitely agree with that. Opinion on the yellow soil on the moon. I don't have an opinion on it. Mystery is truly captivating. I agree, though. I think that's what drives science itself. And when I say drive science, even you do science constantly, it's that mystery. The mystery that captivates us, that make us question what we are observing and understand why it's like that. Would life still exist without the moon? That's a good question. There's no true answer to that. Definitely things would be wild here. We would be in a whole different state, but there's no true answer to would life exist if it wasn't for the moon. I agree, but there's so much conspiracy that shadows. It says we did it. I just want to read to see something that says we did. I'll give you a couple of them. The conspiracies that you see usually lack evidence, right? But what we can do is look at the evidence of the moon rocks. We could look at evidence of USSR that conceded that we land on the moon. And that's a big thing right there, because USSR put the first satellite in space. They're the first ones to get to the far side of the moon to take photos with Lunar 3. They're the first ones to land on Venus. They were pioneers when it came to this. But they conceded that we landed on the moon. I think that's one major win when it comes to evidence. But then we can obviously look at India's second lander, which was able to take photographs. China, Russia, Japan all take photographs, obviously. We can see the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. We can see how even in Australia they were speaking back and forth with ham radios, and actually had to use that connection of those radio satellites to be able to talk to them. Can we take satellites and project movies onto the moon? Like a drive-in, yeah, that'd be crazy cool. Like project movies onto the moon, like a drive-in. That would be so cool. That would actually be really cool. Oh yeah, they were pioneers for sure. USSR did an amazing job when it came to space exploration. Like, there's no doubt in that. Why isn't there any air on the moon? We don't have an atmosphere. We got an exosphere, but not an atmosphere, which is what gives you that your elements that are kind of contained per se. Electronic device won't work on the moon. They could. Electronic devices do work on the moon. Why wouldn't they? Absolutely will. Is this the moon? It is, yep. It is. The moon's a hologram. I mean, okay, dude. You're going to get bounced now. Like, I was trying to give you some logic, and you come out as a person that reminds me why condoms are a good choice sometimes. That's crazy. Can we make an atmosphere on the moon? We could not. We could not. It'd be very, 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 very challenging. We'd be better off with Mars than we would the moon, by far. We would be way better off trying with it. Bulldog. I bet I would bulldog over. How to get the radiation belt leaving our atmosphere to get to the moon? You fly through it really fast, just like how you put up a little bit of protection when you're using stuff like a microwave. Obviously, you got protection, but you fly through it fast. Not like we're walking through it. What's my favorite moon? Behind ours, Io. By far, Io. That is off. Hey, Little Red. Welcome in. What will happen if the Earth magnetic poles flip? They just flip. You wouldn't even know. There's a lot of things that come back from that. Like when you look at the geology and when you look at the species, even back when it flipped last time, you don't see like a mass extinction or anything. So things appear that it would be okay. Looks like a little snow here on Earth. Oh yeah, I think it's covered in snow instead of dust. You think it's snow instead of dust? Don't you think that we can actually take a sample and bring it back with us and check and see what it is? And also we can do a spectroscopy. You're a moon child, very moody. Some people get that way. Can we grow plants on the moon soil? You could, but there has to be a little bit of attainment and moisture, obviously. Like moving your hand over a flame can't burn you, right? Radiation belt explanation. Yeah, I mean, if you move quick enough, you're going to be okay. At the end of the day, if you move quick enough, you're going to be okay. Obviously, you're going to take some exposure. Like that is a thing. That is a true fear exposure for sure. Can the current craft handle an X-class flare? What kind of crafts? But yes, for the most part, most things are pretty well built nowadays to be able to handle stuff like that. But I'm not too sure what you mean by craft, though. With Mars, do you think it's a viable option? I've watched it. Wait, hold on. Martian? Are you talking about Martian? Isn't the USA plan a trip to the moon soon? Yeah, we're going to go by it, though. Artemis 2 goes by. Whether Artemis 3's mission was to land on the moon. Whether it will now or not, I don't know. It's kind of up in question. But Artemis 2 will go right by the moon. It will go around the moon. Be the furthest mankind has gone in the past. I think space, I appreciate it. Movie Mars, do you think it's viable? Are you talking about The Martian? Think the fun possibilities ET visitor leaving the meshes on the moon, but not a road like Earth. I mean, it'd be intelligent, right? But even then, you'd like. I don't know why they would though. Like, well, if you can travel between these things, why would you be interested in us? At the end of the day, what are they going to pick from our brain? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're that superior, why would it even matter what we're thinking? Martian, okay, yeah. I thought it was interesting. I think there's some really good points to it for sure. I think there's really good points to the spacecraft on Mars. I thought it was interesting. One movie I've seen years ago, Robinson Crusoe on Mars, interesting film. Nice. Talking lunacy off the bed. Have an amazing night, dude. Have an amazing night. In China getting ready to land on the moon. They landed on the moon. Whew, they have another one land on the moon last year or so. I'm not sure. Some of the moon missions are insane. How many things actually go to the moon? To be honest. We canceled the moon expedition I heard about recently. No, the Artemis 2 is gone. April 1st is the next attempt. April 1st. And we're interested in ants. Not really. Like, do you ever really sit there and really wonder what ants are doing? Never went to the moon and never tried to go back, says Truth. Okay. Sorry that your feelings are hurt. Sorry that your feelings are hurt, dude. The planet is not to the moon. 2030. Yeah, 2030. Do you think we're already mining the asteroids? Mining asteroids as we speak? Yeah, absolutely. That's actually a thing. That is truly a thing where asteroids are mined. Now, that's just for samples. It's not like we're mining it for anything crazy, but for samples to bring back. Because your life would surely want to see other life. Out curiosity. Yeah, again, we're going to go back to, would you really care about something less superior, or would you be in search of something greater? I think that's a huge concept in my mind. Would you really care about something simple, or would you care about something greater? For example, would you rather stare at ants, or would you rather learn about octopus? I think that's kind of the direction I would go with it. You said you're not going to fool some of us. I don't care. I'm not the one landing on the moon. Quit with your feelings, bro. I feel like living anywhere else other than Earth would be very lonely. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. If you look it up, the Soviets tried to land on the lander on the moon. Yeah. We'll return with a lunar sample before Apollo 11, if they'll go. So the impressive to think that to the moon technology, they were far less advanced. I mean, even though it was far less advanced, it was still advanced. That's the craziness of it. It was definitely still advanced. Now we're way too advanced. Like, we're crazy advanced at this point. But don't you look at just the moon or other planets? We do planets, do galaxy nebulae, and tonight that's what we're going to be doing. Right now we're hanging out the moon for a minute, then we're going to be jumping over, taking out a view of Jupiter as well, and its moons. And then we're going to be doing galaxies tonight. Galaxies and globular clusters. Batro. Oh my. If I blew your cover, Jenny. Oh dang, get Jenny Guppy. What's up, Guppy? How you doing, buddy? How's your night? Of course, you clearly don't think, but I think most people would. I mean, again, if you had to answer octopus, which one are you going to look at? I think you're thinking of the micro scale rather than the macro, or like even a larger scale. Even I mean, they're so hard to find. Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. No tree nebula. I hope we don't get tree nebulas tonight. Man, I hope we don't. Do you guys want to check out Jupiter real quick? It looks like we're getting a little bit calmer with the atmosphere, which is amazing. Let's swing over to Jupiter real quick. 3, 2, 1, and we on our way. Let's go see if we can grab it. See if we can grab up Jupiter. Gotta give us a little bit more brightness to be able to find it here. I believe it's going to be on the top corner, but let's verify that. We kind of move things around real quick. See which way it is. Where do you be? Here, let me do this. I got a better idea. Let me take a quick photo and see if we got enough stars I can play solid. Oh, actually, no, I see Jupiter right there on the very top. You guys see how it got really bright up there? I want to slow it down so I can see that brightness. I want to move these over so I can see it come into our view. If I go the right way. Hold over a little bit more. Here comes Jupiter right here. It's going to be Jupiter, and we'll have the 3 moons. 3 of the 4 visible tonight. Check that out. Can you guys see this? Oh man, it's so gorgeous. All right, let me speed the camera back up though. There we go. Check that out. Jupiter and 3 of the 4 Galilean moons tonight. Amazing. Not an octopus and ants is life. Well, I mean, an octopus and ants is life. I don't know. I'm still, I guess, the logic ain't here. Not talking about conspiracies, and literally something Carl Sagan talked about. And that's fine. He can definitely talk about it. Again, have you ever seen an alien? Have aliens came to you? All the planets, I really love the atmosphere here. Ah, dude, for sure. Again, I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm going to just say it again. Have you ever seen an alien? Has an alien came to you? It just doesn't make sense to want to come to something that seems less superior. Can you check Neptune's already set? Neptune's already set. Irony of calling someone narrow-minded. You're the one who can't let it go on conspiracy and refuse facts. It's crazy. See any missiles? Never seen a missile. Not my thing. Can you check Neptune? It's already set for us. Neptune's already set. Let me pull out a little bit of this brightness real quick. Let's see if we can make out the bands all right. See if we can get the bands and make her dance up there. There they are. Can you guys see the bands okay? You know, one might be a portal to another side. Maybe. I mean, maybe. There's no evidence to suggest that either. Looks like we all need a little guppy gilly way we can check out other atmospheres. I would agree. What are you using to see Jupiter tonight in C11? C11 with the SV305C Pro camera. I know about us, but I'm very simple. Maybe again, I just don't know why it mattered though. We're going back to something that seems like it no. At the end of the day, it seems like no because clearly we don't have any evidence of it. Absent evidence is not the evidence of absence. And that is true. Absence of evidence, not the evidence of absence. I would definitely agree, but it's weird to try to claim one when it's not the other. If we were to shoot a very high-powered laser into space, would it continue forever until it interacts with something? Well, bands, I see Saturn balance. What the heck? Dude, I think you need to get your eyes out there. Fun for conspiracy doesn't make you open-minded. That's so true. I've never seen it. Yeah, and I think that's a thing. So even, we're going to go back to it again. The evidence doesn't suggest that aliens have been here. And so the question would be, would you even come here in the first place? And I think this is a little bit more subjective. It's definitely a subjective topic. It definitely, but it doesn't really fit in anyways. Those are almost vertical to see the way the camera set up. He's from South Carolina. What up, Mark? Welcome in, buddy. Good to have you. None of what we know can be proven, huh? Interesting. I mean, we can prove a lot of different things. What do you mean? I can prove that you just typed that message. I can see it. I'm not sure what you mean by that. None of what we know can be proven, huh? Interesting. No, we can definitely prove things. Math is the law side of it. And then we can do things just based off of observation and testing and repeated testing. We have our peers review. So NASA doesn't really, I don't even know where you guys are going right now. Have you found Elon Musk's car option space? I have not. I have not. Honestly, have not. Yeah, it is. It gets kind of confusing. Whenever we turn the camera like this, sometimes we get that weird difference in our view. Things look a little bit different. Why are the outer planets so much bigger? It's a great question. But they're gas planets, and there was a lot more gas than there was on the rocky side, the terrestrial side. Alpha use that. Well, right. It is a fun little thought experiment. While staring at the moon, I thought it was nice to consider that all. No, I get it. I definitely get it. It's just we're going beyond that conversation, and where we could say we most likely have not been visited by aliens. There's no evidence to suggest it. And my question would be, would you be more interested in something that seems simple? If you're doing space travel, and this is where that context goes, would you be interested in something simple, or would you be interested in something more complex? And I think this is the big thing. Naked eye is easier to see gallery image. You've never seen it with naked eye. What are you talking about? No red spot tonight. Not currently. No red spot coming through currently. Not seeing it currently. You guys ready to get back to the moon? Let's get to the moon. Let's get back over the 3, 2, 1, and a wee on over. No red spot tonight. Not that I can see currently. Nothing I've seen currently. All right, let's pull out some of that brightness. That's crazy bright. I know that's super bright when we first landed here. Now I'll back up a little bit so we can see the moon a little better. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get back to the moon. Nice view though, it is for sure. Definitely is. I think it's a beautiful view out tonight. Do you do any mathematics behind the astrological bodies? It depends on which aspect you're going to be speaking on. There's a lot of different math when it comes to stuff. Way too much. May sound like a broken record, but this is my favorite channel. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. You guys want to check out the mountains again? Look at the scene conditions right now. They're definitely getting better for us. They're getting so much better. This is a lot better. We'll be able to see these mountains a little bit cleaner. Check out these mountain ranges. This is one of my favorite things on the moon. Definitely be the mountains. That's a fun pen, nice. Yeah. Your eyes coming around on the side in about 4 hours. Okay. I got you. I'm gonna have to grab a drink, y'all. You guys are taking my energy away tonight. Like literally taking all my energy. Oh man. What's a tallest moon? You mean mountain? Mount Huygens. Mount Huygens. It's actually in your view right now. You see Mount Huygens, about 18,000 feet. But the highest point on the moon is not. It's not even a mountain. It's actually just land. Oh, thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is the moon or Jupiter more important for showing? Neither. Neither or. They both take out objects. This is true. Jupiter slingshot stuff at us. But it does get rid of. They both do take out objects, but Jupiter tends to slingshot stuff at us. Phil, what's up, brother? No palm trees, so that's true. Have we located the manhole cover? Yo, that was the fastest thing ever to travel through space. The manhole cover is the fastest thing that was man-made that ever traveled through space. That's so funny you bring that up. I got no clue where it is. I got no clue. I cannot wait to see when they go back to the moon. I know it's so exciting. It is really exciting. Really exciting. How are you going to make it after midnight, Roman? You better break out the coffee. No, I'm good. I am pumped. You don't even know. You think that China pushing towards a man-moon mission? We'll see another space race. I think we are in another space race currently, personally. I think so. I do think so. Does Jupiter have a solid core? It has a fuzzy core. It's quite different. It's what's called a fuzzy core. It's a mixture of a lot of different things, from metallic to your rocky type stuff, and it's fuzzy. It looks really fuzzy. Manhole cover. It just got launched in space with nukes. Should have a put a tracker on that man. I know. Now the fastest thing right now that's man-made is called the Parker Space Probe, which is the probe that goes around the sun to take data. Yeah, they were testing nukes underground and shot it way up there. It's like really fast when it took off. I don't even remember the speed, but it was insane. Like the speeds are insane. Seriously beautiful from Earth. It is, yeah. Hope they live stream it. They go back to the moon. It'd be surreal to watch. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I would expect them to. Like if they didn't live stream in 2026 or sorry 2030, this would be upsetting. That'd be really upsetting. That'd truly be really upsetting. All right, got a drink. We should be good now. But there's some mountains on the moon. I think that's just super cool. Getting to see mountains up there. All the other countries are tired of the USA in space, so they want a piece, maybe. I mean, absolutely, maybe. For the cover burned up, going through the atmosphere. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. It was crazy, though. super crazy. Until you're, I know, nice. 150,000 mile per hour space speed for the manhole cover. Yo, that's ridiculous, man. That's actually really ridiculous. Hi, Spacehead. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Good to see you tonight. That is ridiculous. 150,000 mile per hour. Parker's like 170, right? Like 165 or 170. It's crazy how fast it is. They totally burn up. Maybe. That's just a fast speed. Can't even put my mind around that. Honestly, can't. Insane speed's a slingshot. Or does it cap out? It usually caps out. It'll cap out based off of your interaction, that gravity pull. Because you also have to have that. Dang, I'm just losing my mind right now. You have to have enough. Crap, can't even think of it now. Force basically to eject from it as well. But probably turn us into, yeah, it would, for real. Project Orion makes out the bird to reverse speed. Would you be on the first? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. In your observatory, have you ever seen any lunar transients? I have not. Oh, take that back. Like satellites, we do. I haven't captured like the ISS. Go through satellites, birds, stuff like that. Airplanes. Literally. Oh, 430 mile per hour. That's insane. 430. Dude, for some reason my mind was somewhere else then. Favorite space movie? I would go with Contact. Probably Contact. The leap in camera technology is going to be stunning. Almost 60 years in between. Yeah, dude, I would agree. Plus, we already got stuff up there to help with that help with that communication. I've seen shooting stars with the telescope. You wouldn't want to do it with telescopes. If we had a shooting star go through here, you wouldn't even see it. It'd be so fast, absolutely fast. Look at the Battle of the River, Star Trek. Okay, kill the buzz of the right rocket music. Someone just say they like Contact as a favorite space movie. That's horrible. Contact is a good movie. I like it. I'm gonna take a wild guess here. Would you go with Interstellar? Would you go with Interstellar? Has anyone tried going to the sun at night? Chuck Norris. He's the only one that could go. Well, no longer, but he was the only one that could go to the sun. Even in the day, he could go. Went to the moon. Oh, I want to take my DeLorean. Nice. It'll make me feel silly, but what is Parker? Parker is a space probe that actually goes around and photographs and measures different things from the sun. His specific job is to actually capture the sun and take measurements. Alien the first. Oh, okay, you like Alien the first one? Nice. I gotcha. Get teary every time you watch Contact. Contact's a good movie. I like it. I think it's a good movie. I think it was a good movie. I was wondering about something like going across. Guess you answered it. Yeah, so we can see them sometimes. The problem is usually I have the brightness turned way too low, so we don't see them that often. Has a beach house on the. Okay. Oh man, that's your last name. Oh nice. No way. I've seen Hail Mary 2026 Space Movie. Not yet. Contact was a great movie. I would definitely agree with that. I think it's a great movie. I think it was. You own Contact on VHS? No way. Do you really? No way, Sunflower. That's crazy cool. I don't own any movies on any type of medium. Would bench press a Galaxy on his pinky? Yeah, for real. For real. That's beautiful, man. Alien base is probably on the other side right now. There's nothing like that on it. We actually take high definition photographs of the moon from all directions. There's nothing up there, man. You like 2001 Space Odyssey? That's alright. Are we going to fill up our atmosphere satellites and not be able to launch? This is horrible. The million satellite launch, the mirrors, absolutely a horrible idea. I think this is a horrible idea. The book and audiobook are much better. The movie is definitely worth watching. Okay, I got you. Like the end, probably be Hail Mary too. That's awesome. Interstellar was a trippy movie. I thought it was such a boring movie. What are the center points in the critters called again? Central peaks. Central peaks. 2001, 2010. At the end of 2010, Jupiter turns into a second sun. Crazy. Contact was I physically never left Earth. Only mentally. That was a craziness of it. There was a lot of dimensional issues, or dimensional exploration when it came to Contact for sure. It was pretty wild. Oh, you're welcome, Arby. Absolutely. Your favorite space movie? Passengers was a great space movie. Really? I've never seen Passengers. I'll have to check it out. Where's UFO? Never seen it. Do you watch Ancient Aliens? I did not. Honestly, I try to keep myself grounded to reality, in the things that we observe and can test and try to understand. So I tend to do that rather than let my mind wander in a sense. Even though we do wander in a huge way, I'm too logical. As a person, I'm a very logical person, though. Maroon? That's Space Movie. I'll check it out for sure. I'll definitely check it out. I mean, if we ever captured an alien, I can tell you this. If we ever seen like a spaceship or something, that would be crazy cool. We're probably going to get a award for this, and you're going to make it pretty far. Question is though, what is reality? Reality would be the things that you can see, test, and prove. Jupiter's theoretically a failed star. No, not at all. Nowhere near. It needs about 80 times the amount of mass to become a star. If you were to go with that, then pretty much anything that has hydrogen would be considered a failed star. So it's not true at all. You need to see Ancient Aliens. I just can't do it. I can hardly do any movies, and let alone like get into TV series. We have all those military videos. It's not great. It's 2026, and none of those videos actually show us anything. But I don't watch Ancient Aliens. I mean, I don't watch TV though. I should put it in perspective. This is probably why Contact's one of my favorite movies because of how long ago it was. But I just don't watch movies or watch TV directly. What do you think about the rare Earth theory, the rare solar system theory? I think they are very rare in terms of the whole system. I think I think that's true. I think that would be accurate in what our understanding was so far. And real because it doesn't exist. Okay, cool. If you see anything truly interesting, it would probably be scrubbed immediately. Haha. Info-wise, big brother. No, not at all, man. Because one country is not going to control the rest of the country. You know what I'm saying? Or one country can't control everything out there. If you know what I mean. This is giving your government way too much thoughts, thinking that they can do a lot more than what they technically can. Like you believe in your government if you think that way. Centrifugal force is real. It is absolutely. Prometheus crater. Their hypotheses are fun, but reality is crazy enough for me. I would agree. So true. Ancient Aliens ask all the questions you're probably asked. Sure. I think, like, honestly, put it in perspective. I think aliens are out there when we look at the sheer volume of numbers. In science, we just haven't discovered anything to suggest that aliens do exist, but there are evidence now coming up, especially from Mars. It has to be real. You've seen those. You can't technically create gravity, but you can create ways to mimic gravity. If that's what you mean. I assume that's kind of what you mean. One controls the whole Earth. Anything's possible if they all serve the same message. one power. Who's that power? What are you talking about? Like that's way beyond reality at that point. Our sun is a yellow dwarf star. That is correct. Welcome in, Ron. How's your night? Oh, the mountains there? Yo, they're so beautiful. I love these mountains. You're really gorgeous. Absolutely, really gorgeous. Our sun. Yeah, I got you. Fan of Isaac Arthur. Okay. And John Godier. Oh, I got kicked out. Stream update you for some reason, Patrick. PBS. Any other you might recommend? I don't know. I don't know, man. Because it'd be so subjective to make a recommendation on that. Anyway, we're on this live. That's so funny. What's up, Amber? What are you doing? There's an alien running this live. Oh my goodness. Having trouble spelling. It's all good, bro. I see you. Like to be called a little star, maybe. Having too much fun. Nice. Dwarf, I thought that there was only when the sun dies and turns white. That'd be the white dwarf star at that point. There's a lot of different types of dwarf stars. Ooh, my goodness, y'all. Amber's here. Amber, you gonna take over? You gonna take over? Oh my goodness. None to recommend at all. Honestly, no. I think it's too subjective to make recommendations like that. Don't tell them I'm hiding. Wish I would hike them, right? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That was cool. That one's cool. Also, aliens show like humans are dealing with technology, different companies and such. Could go wrong. You know what's on it too. I got you. Paradox is why don't we see or hear anything from alien civilizations? One person said that we use radio for communication. They probably use something faster because the first radio broadcast that went out was "I Love Lucy." You would not respond to that. From Alpha Centauri, born and raised. Do not call it. Brent is a V8 running on all cylinders. I feel like a fanatic for real. Who's hiding? Never heard of him. What? What? Are you home? What is it? Are you gonna take over for me or no? We're gonna make Amber take over the live if she's home. Oh, you are home. Oh, you in trouble. You're in trouble. You need to take over the live. Let's pen out now. Can we see Jupiter again? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we can do that. I need to center it up too when we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and then we. Poor Amber. I know, right? Poor Amber. She tried to make me jealous last night with some really cool equipment, so it's on her tonight. She gets to do all this coolness. All right, let me get a little bit more light for us, though. Find Jupiter one more time. I believe I know it should be up there. We'll see if we can actually spot it and pull it in. All right, let's try it. Here to here. And pull a little bit. Pull it that way a little bit. I see some stars. Let me go that way. Oh, let's look for it. Come on. Gotta slow down the camera and find it. What up, gear do you guys have? Right now we're using the C11 with the SV305C camera. Remember new parameters? Man. What's up, Serving? How you doing, brother? How's your night? Flashbang? No flashbang right now. We're gonna see if we can get it to come through though. Where are you? Oh, I seen it. I see some brightness. See if we can actually get the one. Alright, here we go. Beautiful Jupiter right there. You guys really want to talk to aliens? Are you an alien? Is that what you're saying? Let's speed it up real quick. Here we go. 3 of the beautiful Galilean moons tonight. Woo! You Starfinder? I do not. No one known how Lori is doing. I haven't seen her yet tonight. That's true. I have not seen her yet tonight. She's probably drinking all her Mountain Dew right now. But imagine she's drinking all her Mountain Dew. I'll join in like an hour. Sweet. That was a slight FP. In the middle of the ocean, would you find your way home with stars? Yeah, absolutely. Anyone ever hear of the WoW signal back in the 1970s? I hope she's feeling better. Yeah, I hope so too. Hi, Gabbears. How you doing, bud? It'll be cool. Jupiter is a planet. It's an amazing planet. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's such a beautiful planet. It's such a good, beautiful planet. No. Just have said no. No, I thought you were an alien. Oh my goodness. What's on the other side of the black hole? Space. Honestly, it's a great question. That's a really good question. Honestly, a great question. Super bright tonight. Yeah, we got the exposure turned up a little bit. Let's see if I can pull back a little bit of that brightness so you can kind of make out Jupiter. See its bands out there. Beautiful Jupiter and the bands that make her dance. Oh! Nice. It'll make someone take over for us. White holes are theoretical on paper. They work on paper. The black hole distort time, it does. But it's in your own perspective, though. Like, if we're looking out at a person at the black hole, we see it slow down, but if you're in the black hole, it doesn't. Like, you want it as you go. 97, not 95. Dude, 101 moons now. Jupiter's up to 101 moons. It's insane. It's crazy. 285%. Anyone still grind mirrors? Someone talked about it last night. Someone was actually talking about grinding mirrors last night. Thanks for the front row seats from Mario and Stephanie. Yo, Mario and Stephanie, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us tonight, by the way. Looks like a pinball. I can see that. Yo, I can see that. I can definitely see it. Universe is infinite. No selling. Dang. What are those other two? The ones on top of moons. The ones that we see up on top of moons. Wait, hold on the other side. The universe. Dang, Ron, you're going deep there, brother. In paper, it works. In paper, it does work. Keeps farming moons. All right. Just getting verified. These moons that were calculated were from 2000. They were observed back in 2011, 2 of them, and if I remember right, 2015 then 2024. If I remember right, before that were re-added. She's in Gatorade right now. What the heck? Sam Marlowe, that's me. Yeah, like even one of those jawbreakers in a way, kind of like a jawbreaker. Let's see if I can pull out some of that brightness though. But some of the more the details come through a little bit for us. I know we're not going to be perfectly focused, but check it out. Really beautiful. Jupiter definitely is not a fell set. Where's the asteroid belt? Where the asteroids are? In the main area between Mars and Jupiter. It's not full though. It's not like a constant. There's a bunch of crap type stuff. There's just stuff just here and there. Hey Brian, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Favorite planet? Ours, by far. Ours is an amazing planet. Voyager said, hey, okay. Let's see if we get the rest of it. Spend anything in a black hole? Oh, wait. Over here. You my getting spaghettified is insane. I feel like I'm being spaghettified right now. You guys are on it. You guys are on it. Alright, you guys ready to get back to the moon? Get back to the moon. Get to the beautiful moon here. I gotta sneeze too. Phew. Oh my goodness. Do you think there's going to be any effort to clean up the junkyard satellites orbiting Earth? There's a startup that actually has a a relatively great suggestion to do so. That's pretty cool. I think Voyager just finally escaped the Milky Way. What? No, they didn't. That didn't escape our solar system yet. Voyager, thank you for the $2, bud. I appreciate that, man. Ready for the Wii? You guys ready? All right, let's do it. Let me get this ready. Again, Voyager, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate that. We'll pull back some of that brightness so we don't get blinded by the light. In fact, I'm going to target Jupiter and sync it to the mount too. Hopefully that'll fix this when we swing over here. All right, there we go. Come back over the moon, and 3, 2, 1. We on our way. You see Bigfoot up there? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let me bring in some brightness here so we can actually see something. We'll zoom back out too. Zoom out as much as we can. And then we'll get some more light. All right, hopefully you guys see it. Look at the features over here. Wait, we gotta slow down. Yo, we gotta slow down a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm gonna come over here a little bit, so you can see here a little bit of the features from the when the lava is cooling off itself. Pretty cool. Come on. Yo, imagine him rotating a giant gear to move his scope. No, it's not like that. You want to see the setup? I can show you the setup. Didn't Voyager break through last year? It's not outside the solar system yet. It's not quite there. Getting seasick, it happens. It definitely happens. Bigfoot is mooning us. You want to see it? Okay, yeah. Let me pull it in real quick. Let's see if I can get it. That's me. That's not the right one. Let's try that one. All right, yeah, there we go. All right, let me grab my phone so we have a little bit of a light. And we got it. 2 seconds, and here we are. And let me see if I can get my screen come up first. It's so hard to see it. Over. All right. Let's see if we can see the telescope properly here without too much light. So here's the telescope here. Hopefully you can see it okay. Telescope we're using tonight. Big old C11. And then on the back side you got like the cameras, the focuser, stuff like that up here. I don't know how well you guys can see it. The mount will be the white part. Let me try to focus this a little bit. Oh, I wish I had a view. Wish I could see something. Oh, I can. There we go. All right, there we go. So here's the mount, the white parts of the mount, and then the telescope here. You got the camera on the back, focuser on the back, a viewfinder. There's a big old C11 telescope. Pretty much how it is. All right, let me get it set back up. Then, it's focused. All right, there we go. Hopefully you've seen it okay. Let me know if you've seen that okay. I hope you did. Get our door shut so we're good. You can barely see it. I hope you were able to see it at the very end. Yeah, it's massive. Well, I'll try to get another camera out there though. We'll see what we can do. Get a better camera out. Oh, dang! I'm making Siri go off for some reason. Full tonight? Not the moon. No, it's not. That camera on the top makes it look full just because of how much brightness it gets. Right? I know. Oh my goodness. We just passed that first quarter. We're somewhere around, I don't know, 54% or so, roughly. We're made long before AI and internet. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, AI is not even a thing, to be honest. Where to buy from? You can pick this one up. Look locally. See if you can find one locally, obviously. But Amazon, there's a lot of different places actually to capture this telescope. This is a wonderful one. There's other companies I probably won't throw out, but I would trust for sure. C11's a wonderful telescope, though. One of my favorite. And C8 here, like the one right here behind me, this is a beautiful telescope. The C8's a wonderful. Like if you were to choose between the C8 and the C11, C8 all day long. How many stars? Why is space dark? Because there's nothing to illuminate. It's transparent. It's nothing to illuminate of its own unless you get something to illuminate and has that reflection to it. An alien, yo. What up, Hayden? How's your night, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And space constantly expanding. As far as we know, it does appear, but there's a little bit of a pushback on that now. Are we still expanding as fast, or still? We can see that expansion, but is it expanding as fast as we actually thought it was? So there's a little bit of pushback on that. Clear glass. Yeah, it's like clear glass. So you have to have something that reflects, and it's translucent. Space itself is translucent. You see Secrets of the Skinwalker Ranch. Is that a show or something like on Netflix? Space is pure white. I wouldn't say pure white. White is just like every color mix. Space is just translucent. There's just nothing there. How do we measure dark matter? Do your gravitational calculations on that. Dark matter is the term used for what gravity is actually not being calculated, and that would be considered to be more towards the dark matter. The spin off beyond what it is. It has nothing to do with any of this money. This is certain speed. I got you. And it doesn't have anything to have an opposite reaction. What is slow down? So dark energy. When you're talking about this aspect, you're talking about dark energy on the what could be feeding or fueling that expansion of the universe. But you'd be into dark energy at that point, not dark matter. And went to go see you seen Project Hail Mary today? It was awesome. No way, was it really? I have to check it out. Voyager, thank you for the 100 again, dude. And thank you for the 2 earlier. Thank you for the $2. Beyond shit wrong. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, Shauna. I don't know. It's on like Amazon or something. But I'm not sure what I'd watch it though. Is it even a space movie? That's something to do with like ranch. Rumor has it you're getting plane wave. Oh no, not at all. Gravity is a mistaken calculation, but dark energy fits it. No, dark matter. So when you do the calculations on a lot of stuff, why do stars move fast near the edge of the galaxy? And what holds galaxies together? Oh, we just had something fly by. And that would be dark matter when you get into those contexts. What's the hardest thing about space to overcome? You. Definitely you. Is it, women? Why women? Is it definitely a space movie? Oh, okay. Hail Mary to say. No, I was talking about the other one though. Not Hail Mary. The other one, like Skinwalker or whatever. Gravity was real, the moon would smash in there. Not true. Gravity is real, and that's why the moon's still where it's at. But we can see it leaving us because of other forces. Gravity is the weakest force out there, but there's a lot of gravity, obviously. Definitely a space movie. Hail Mary. Save 9 stars throughout our universe. I'd be okay with watching. Checking it out. The moon does have its own gravity. About a 6. So if you want to feel good about your weight, go to the moon. You'll definitely feel better. Everything in space. So aren't we all astronauts? I think the term astronaut would be one that leaves lower Earth atmosphere. Where are the craters on the moon? Only so deep, all about the same depth. They're not. They're actually relatively different in their depth. You can actually see that in these. Let's kind of move over. I'll give you that perspective. I know that you're repeating things that you probably heard, but I'll give you some perspective here. Look at some of these impact craters right here. You can clearly see they're in their own depths, but can be anywhere from the size of grain sand depth all the way down to about 7 to 8 miles deep. Play basketball on the lunar surface. You could definitely be up there dunking it. What do you get if the cost wasn't so high? Plane waves are really nice. Heck yeah, I would. They're super nice. Absolutely. Honestly, seeing your face, it helps me absorb the info better. I got you. I'm sorry, man, that you guys see my face. I'm sorry. And then we're chugging some Gold Peak Real Brew unsweet tea tonight in water, of course. Chose, I just tested it up and I'm not Skinwalker Ranch. It used to be owned by Roger. They're on the back of the series. Gotcha. I gotcha. Probably got the rest up there. It's a beautiful close-up tonight. It's actually really gorgeous. This is the control room, I guess if you want to know. I should say that. This is the control room for the observatory where the computer systems are, where everything that I just showed you, which is in the room right next to me, the roof slides off and on. It's where it all connects to the computer systems and gets pushed out first. Hope to be able to fly on the moon. Nope. No. Not well. Not well at all. That's okay. I need the sugar. I got rid of the sugar though. I'm happy about it though. I thought you'd be older. Really? I'm only 22. Can you see it in me? I'm only 22. The shadowing is amazing. I would agree. Yeah, absolutely. And when we look at the shadows, look at the shadows over here by... Carol, thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Look at the shadows coming off the mountains right here. This is interesting to me, is the shadows coming off of the mountain ranges. Bring a little bit more light so you can see a little better. Look at the shadows being casted. You know these mountains are huge. Absolutely massive. Finally seen the face, yeah. Atmosphere, no air, snow left from flatfield, so it would not be a good thing. 6, 7, you're going on 12. Nice. Oh, you know those mountains are massive. You know they are. Yeah. This is going to be the highest mountain peak here too. Mount Huygens is right here inside this range. That's the Mount Apatite over here though. 22 with this much. I'm not 22, bro. I just look good for my age. Have the calm demeanor that usually comes with years of dealing with BS. I've been streaming for a minute. And don't drink coffee. Drink coffee with a little bit of real butter. Very delicious. Yo, purity coffee with a little bit of real butter. Butter. You think the government is telling us the truth about aliens? Here's the thing. Do you think the government is in control of astronomy? That would be my question. Do you think the government is in control of astronomy? Vitamins, mushroom. Someone mentioned that the other day. Mushroom too? I don't know about all this. That gets way out there. I've been meaning to try. The butter and coffee. That is crazy. Got me on board. But not talking, man. I probably don't represent with a lot of people. Would have just assumed. I don't know. What do you think most of the ufologists mysteriously are dead and testified in the recent government? Tell me one person. Give me a name of one. Think on each other. Give me one of their names. See if you can give me one of their names. Better question, do you think the government can keep it secret? True story, man. The government sucks. Like if you think the government can control this stuff, you got way too much faith in your government. Like way too much. I'm Anuka from New Zealand. Welcome in. Been drinking until 8 years ago. Ooh, but it was a monster Red Bull in my youth. Wouldn't have control around something that's true. Right. We do Eclipse live stream when we have no clouds and we have an eclipse. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I like to think of it as a blood transfusion. Yo, I got you. Having just in case, I appreciate that. Noted want to suggest coffee for Rome anymore. Government can't control nothing. Like, that's way too much trust in your government. That's a classic that you can switch. Again, don't pay attention to my other end. There's a lot that goes on there. You gotta remember that that's usually funded by the government. So, and NASA makes up a really small portion of astronomy, like a really small portion of astronomy. Doing anything other than the moon or Jupiter tonight? We're gonna go for galaxies tonight. Moon dust, is moon dust different substance, or is it just dirt? For the most part, you'd call it dirt. We would call it dirt. But, the isotopics, when we talk about the isotopics on the moon, it's about 96%, 96 to 97% of the same stuff that we have here. So it's relatively the same. But moon dust, you just call it dirt. Can we see Mars? Not above the horizon. 37%. Have a real brother. They're homemade or Terry goat? Okay. That's the best. I got you. I would like to do some rose tea. Just ain't that time of year. Very sharp dirt. Yeah, it's super sharp. It's razor sharp. Razor sharp. Absolutely. You guys are really calm right now. It's a good time for me to grab some more water. Great time for more water. Real stuff only in the house. Try to keep it there. Any for or anything? Oh, like drinking perfume? Jenny, what's perfume taste like? I've never tried it. What do we do to see the sun? So you can use different types of filters, and it depends on what you want to look at. What part of the sun do you want to look at? White light filters to hydrogen filters to calcium filters, stuff like that. It's tough. Perfume sucks to taste. Did you? What? Is this the moon? It is. Yeah, we're hanging out the moon right now. Thanks, Adventure. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate that. Someone sprays too much air pressure in the room and gets in your mouth. Yo, that's nasty. I don't know what you're talking about there. Tastes like a French lady that works decent. Yo, T-Bird, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing? I was watching Jupiter earlier, too. Hey, a spotting scope. I was able to slightly see the moons. Yo, see all three of them? And we'll go check them out again. I can send you over there. Definitely your favorite wind down time. I love it. For me, too. Honestly, like, even when the energy gets, like, really spiked up here and we're talking about a lot of different things, me too. I find a lot of calmness in what we do here. I find a lot of calmness in it. Have you seen the Lunar letter? I have not. Hey, what up, T-Bird, man? How's it going, brother? RV, thank you so much for the party hat. I appreciate that. Subscribe. Oh, thanks. Not focus. I appreciate that. See you improved your equipment? No, same stuff. We're using the same stuff right now. River deck, roll for 3. Not for me. That's all I'm saying. Of what? Freedom of Information Act rules. Go to the court. I'm not your court. Do you have a quick change setting for which possibility to set up both scopes and have one at Jupiter and one at the Moon? Both scopes. I don't know which scope. One of these. One of these 2 scopes. Sure. We got this one in. This is actually a new telescope we just got. A very beautiful scope. This will be what we'll probably use for like a full moon. It's actually a really gorgeous scope. We got plenty of scopes here, obviously. But no, sometimes it's easier for me to focus on one thing because if we don't, my mind, one thing can happen. My mind will just take us in directions that I don't even know where we're going to land. Havana syndrome. I do know what that is. It's partying here. I had you. I got you. I appreciate it. Have a quick change setting. So yeah, we can bounce around with the same telescope. It's pretty easy. But if I was doing 2 of them, then that's 2 telescopes I'm controlling, 2 conversations I'm trying to engage in with. And as you can see, sometimes a lot of conversation comes up which doesn't even match what we're actually talking about. And the amount of brain power you got to do to keep up with that conversation, have that conversation, bounce to something else, come right back. It's so hard to do. It's really hard to do. Your Samsung S25 Ultra can do the same. I know it can definitely use AI to take this picture. I agree. Absolutely. Actually, know several individuals that are actually cutting what you like their ain't my problem. Just want to see your bandwidth. That's amazing. There's a lot going on here. But obviously you're streaming so much going on here. Talking to someone on my phone at the same time, texting anyways. We got to make sure that we got a good view. We're trying to keep up with things. We got the monitor up here, which controls the telescopes. There's just so much going on. Honestly, like being on this side of things, it seems like if you could sit here in my shoes for a minute and just kind of go through it, you could see where some of the conversation kind of just gets on my mind pretty quick, though. Guess we'll never know about the whistleblowers. Like this here, like talking about whistleblowers. It don't have any effect on what we do here. Honestly, don't. Like if this is a thing you want to do, go to the course. Like that's out there for you. I'm not here to help you with the course. It's not my thing. I'm not here to help you with figuring that type of stuff. It's not my realm. Wait, what's Jenny doing? After around the store, yo, better be chocolate pretzels. Better be grabbing some chocolate pretzels. Let's check out this impact crater right here. See that cool central peak right inside of it. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. I just don't know about it. It's not. Like I would rather focus on the moon is the only thing. What do you think's on the dark side of the moon over there? So a song. A song's the only thing that has the term dark side of the moon. The far side of the moon, though, there's a lot more impact craters and a little less of the dark material that we see, the Bosnic lava regions. I say, welcome in. So I have some. Oh, need lottery detergent. I've got to get some. Oh no. Oh no. Get another bag, though. Get another bag of chocolate pretzels. Better frequency, they're saying. Did you know crash in Jupiter? I don't think it has. I don't think that's already happened yet. Hey, never gonna leave Jim. Hi, BBG. What's up, buddy? Welcome back. How you doing? How's your night? how's your night? Definitely not a base. It's a central peak. This here's central peak. We had really good seeing conditions. We can kind of get a little bit closer and take a little bit better view. But you can see from the shadows, you can actually make out kind of what the definition is based on the shadows that go by. Makes it really nice. Makes it really, really nice, to be honest. Come over here real quick. There we go. Trying to use the payphone over there. Yeah, exactly. Payphone booth. First thing that you've seen on the moon, mountains, craters, or frozen water waves. We don't see frozen water waves, obviously. Mountains are amazing, craters are amazing. Weird, I don't know. I've been doing it so long for me to define what weird is at this point. Been making it to the moon. What would be the first mill? Yo, I don't know. I don't have that answer. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I don't know that I have the answer of what my first meal would be. I really don't. Like, I just changed up my whole diet, so even then, like, thinking of food right now is not even in my head. Hey, what up, Noah? How you doing? Looks like a pyramid to you. Okay. So someone who eats hot dogs? True that the far side is somehow flatter or contains less density. It's very dense. The other side is actually really dense compared to the side that we have here because we're pulling on, so it's a little least dense. But it's much denser and it has a lot more impact crater stuff. A lot less the Maria regions or the bays, seas, and the ocean. Looks like it's underwater. It's just our atmosphere. I keep busy. I forget to eat for some. Yeah. Yeah. There's a. It's definitely a little bit. It's definitely a little bit flatter in that sense. It definitely is because on this side we have that gravitational bulge that pulls out, so it makes it that egg shape in a sense. But we're looking at the moon right now. Here's the first step with the first bite. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Hi Sarah, how's your night? Welcome in. Good evening. The world is weird. I would agree with that. True statement. Once you are at North Pole in non-fly zone, you can fly over it. You can definitely fly over it. I don't know that I would care to, like, what's the point of it, but you can fly over it. Even the south. Don't matter. Sarah, good evening. That's a triangle that dude just kept talking on about the other night. Central Peak. Does the moon have an equator? In our perspective, yeah, we call it an equator. We can see where it rotates on its axis, so you can draw your equator from that perspective. Favorite space movie? Yours is Total Recall. Contact. Moon gives you the weird phobia, if you know what I'm saying. What? Makes you start howling in the sky. I got you. It does look like a pyramid. You kind of, I mean, you could see that. Like, and pyramids are common. Triangles, I should say, are very common when it comes to structures, and it could be even very true here. INGC, what's up, buddy? Definitely turn into an optical illusion. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome. There's going to be things out there where a person will trick you, lie to you, whatever it shall be, for their own good, for their own fame, for their own usage. Man, I'm not going to do that. The moon have a secret base inside of it? No, it's not hollow. Definitely not hollow. What sound travel the same in the moon? It does not. You need a medium to be able to get the sound to travel through it. Here we got an exosphere, just nothing crazy though. Our sun's called solar. That's why it's called solar system. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, you can call it sun, you can call it soul. Soul is more like the Latin term, same as the moon. A lot of people like to call the moon itself Luna. Luna is just the Latin term for moon. Moon for us, and for speaking English, obviously. So we would say the moon with the capital M. We're going to go to close together someplace. I love the moon. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can see that. Yeah, I get it. When you get so many impact craters, like such in a close region, or even when you find a decent impact with a whole lot of them on the inside, right? That's pretty crazy. That is actually kind of crazy. That does make it pretty wild in its own sense. If you kind of look at, like right here, like if you just want to find wildness, look at how this kind of has like a smiley face look to it up here. Do you think citizens will ever be able to travel to the moon? I would imagine so. The way that technology has advanced and we got a huge future ahead of us, probably. It's many circles, so yeah. Make sure that we're trying to get back to the moon. Yeah, April 1st will be the launch. Hopefully, it'll be the first date, the launch period for Artemis 2, which will go by the moon. Artemis 3 may land on the moon. Do most of these craters have names, or only the big ones? A lot of them do, but not all. Obviously, most of the bigger ones do, but not all of them do. Just on this side of that face, there's like hundreds of thousands of impact craters. Helacto says, face us, never see the dark side. There's no dark side. We got the far side, but it is tightly locked to us. And we see a little bit of the far side, though. We see about 59% of the moon because of the process called liberation. It'll be the most stable satellite in orbit. There you go. Could there be oil on the moon? No. You lose dynamic weights. When you're in space for a long time, you lose a lot of stuff like your bone density, your muscle mass, a lot of different things you start to lose. Bone marrow even. Picked April Fool's Day for that launching. It wasn't the first day. It's just the date that's coming up to be one of the best dates for that launch. So it's launching on a full moon. Yeah, that's about knocked out. Minnesota, I would guess. Be locked back on me. Plus far side could be squished and more dense. Yeah, far side much more dense. This side we're kind of pulling on it, so that's where you get your least dense on it. Make sure I got the rest. Yeah, it'll launch on April 1st. April Fool's Day. How much money would you pay to be able to walk on the moon? No, I personally wouldn't. Our cheese on the moon is going to be a pizza day. Oh, the whole world is invited. Yo, I love it. So we're going to build a little station on the moon. I guess, what's the point of it? To get to Mars. It would be to get to Mars. It's not about being on the moon, but being able to launch off of the moon to Mars, which would have be a lot easier. A lot less fuel. Don't have to have as much escape velocity and such. Your birthday is April 4th. Oh, no way. Happy early birthday, bud. Happy early birthday. That's a pretty figure. If they're making her nauseous. I don't know. I'll put that in. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Maybe on a night we were not so zoomed in. NASA inventory remains to see. It does not. It really doesn't. Shauna, like you're spilling a bunch of facts tonight, which makes no sense. And NASA does not mean to see. Like, I don't think you understand what you're trying to say. And you haven't even searched what you're saying. It's getting a little carried away. You can keep going on with your conspiracy stuff, but it's actually kind of getting annoying. Other compounds of moons are probably made up of rock. Rock. Essentially just rock. Essentially it's just rock. But there's a lot of different things that you find out there. 96 to 97% of what we see here, but just called a rock. There's a thief floor reminds you of the lunar surface. Interesting. Hopefully we got the rest. Are we mainly showing the moon tonight? We did a little bit of Jupiter, but mostly here. Why did the moon ring like a bell? Reverb. Not a lot of moisture to be able to stop the seismic movements that occurred and cause it to look like someone banged on a gong, in a sense. So you got reverb. Moon used to be part of the Earth that broke off a long time ago. That's true. No more aliens, so, but they are real. I mean, you keep saying it. You're still in conspiracy, though. You prove the aliens are real. Like, you're just doing conspiracy. You got to stop all the conspiracy stuff. Would you live on Mars given the opportunity? Absolutely not. I wouldn't. Actually, the question wrong. The moon, what would be looking at there? Without Earth or Sun's gravity, which I would be flatter or less affected by a second gravity source, far near sight. So the gravity, even though gravity changes based on your location, on it, because obviously when you get near that denser area, it's going to be a little higher, right? And whatever going in towards the core. But the thing is, you're going to take the whole amount of gravity of that object with the whole amount of the gravity of the other object. If that's kind of how I understood your question. It'd be the whole gravity of both of them. Wonder why this side is settled this way. Gravity. The sun far enough away that if we won't take the moon, we can heat up around here, or actually very far with so much heat. Is the sun far enough away that it won't take the moon, like if we heat up? I'm not too sure what you're asking there, but we can look at Mercury, which is much closer to the sun, obviously, than our moon by far. Like, by far. Could a terraform the planet Mars someday? I highly doubt it. Believe the moon got created with the Earth. Was most likely that's great. Would not live on Mars. It's a hostile environment. Like, I would love the blue sunsets, though. I could do the blue sunsets. I could definitely do the blue sunsets. I can talk in the air for the arguments for it, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what I've been seeing here recently. Talking about scrapping the idea of landing with Artemis 3. Maybe for the photos. I mean, that's pretty good. At the moon's primary rock, would the sun heat it up enough to break it apart? Or the sun too far away? Again, we'd go back and look at Mercury. Simply the same. Very close to the same. Living on another planet would be mind-blowing. It'd be interesting to be on another planet, I guess. I don't know. You get to some context there, though. And back before phone cameras, yeah. Now that we're in 2026, there's no photos of this stuff that you can clearly make out. It's kind of crazy. More of a total balance and mass. Yeah, so wait, yeah. Like an ego didn't necessarily look in the center of the one spot, but it usually is. I mean, yeah, we can look at it like that. It's fallen on death years, no. Thinking about all planets between us and the sun, and still have a lot of room. Between us and the moon, there's apogee approach, which means it's furthest approach in that elliptical, in the elliptical orbit that it fits around us to be able to. Over too much. I don't want to leave unless it's permanent. Gotcha. Tell the newest iPhone to someone in 1932. Hi, Nikki. How's it going? How's your night? I think on the moon there would be no Subarus and no exhaust ripping around. Yeah, our planet's gorgeous. Yo, we have an amazing planet. Our planet is amazing. Yeah, we have an amazing planet. Yo, I gotta run outside again. The planet is inhabitable. Undeveloped for civilization. Wouldn't want to be the pioneer. I get that. I definitely get that. We'll leave that to someone else. We'll leave that to the biologist. Yeah, that's not ours. Let's get to a cool spot real quick. Gotta run outside for a minute. You guys okay with this location, or you want to go look at the mountains? Let me know which one's better. This location or the mountains? Chances that real? What is it? Allie knows. You fit all planets between the Earth and the Moon. Yeah, during apogee. At the furthest approach, you definitely can. Got a good time to fall asleep. But it's not working. Oh, no way. Gotta get that to work. Mind boggling to find, to think that the universe keeps expanding. Alright. Give me just a minute, y'all. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. The super hot dogs, yo. Super hot dogs. Oh my goodness. Poor Sammy. I hadn't even seen Sammy in a minute either. Order hot dogs. That is so funny. Bob Laser was never right. It was crazy. Put on your lamb. Put it on too. What? Bob Laser. Oh my goodness. Again, we're going to get away from this conversation. It's going way down conspiracy stuff, and Bob Laser's been called out for all his lies all the time. Her hot dog is Sammy in the house. She was a bit ago. Somewhere. I seen her a bit ago. Yeah, so funny though. You do not want to know. Oh, what? My bad. No, what? How's you going to be making on this? You guys just adding protons here. Think freezing instantly on the moon can build igloos to live in. Yo, there's lava tubes on the moon that you'd be able to live in. That'd be a much better idea, to be honest. Lava tubes. Super cool, nice, yo. Probably waiting on our dollar dash. That's probably true. This is probably true. Probably super true. I'm gonna bring out some of that brightness first. As it is because he said it was less dense because of it. If I could make it, I forgot it. One of the fire side, it was just I was just posting cut over it, forward. It'd be causative in that sense because of the two gravities or water causing that bulge to occur and try to pull back a little bit, which causes the least density. Moon have a molten mantle, so it has an iron core with a little bit of nickel, little bit. Whether there's a little bit of molten around the core or not, that's a good question. It's a really good question. There's no evidence either way to suggest yes or no, though. No other evidence. There's no evidence either way. I got you. Be sure the sun was that cold. Yeah, I seen what you said earlier. I was reading the temperatures. I'm like, what is this? What is he saying? The sun ain't that, like, where's this guy? I didn't even want to respond. Honestly, I didn't even want to respond. Had to be one time though, right? What was the question? What was the question? Had to be one time, right? I'm not sure what the question was. The sensor. Yeah. It's hot. It's really hot up there. Had to be one where I must have missed something up there. Why? They'll tell me what time it is and stuff like that. A lot of degrees. That's so funny. That's how that's welcome in. Absolutely. Absolutely. More evidence suggests we go than suggesting anything out there. Absolutely. Wrong thing on accident. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Of course, we really haven't seen on the bummer. What the heck? I didn't realize until y'all said something. Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. I seen it though. I seen it. What shadows be? Why shadows be the same on the moon? I'm going to assume that you mean would shadows be on the same on the moon? And no, the answer is no. It's very crisp because you don't have the atmosphere like what we have here, which kind of bounces light around. Good answer, same question. The Gulf of Mexico, not the Gulf of Mexico itself. No. Nobody ever went to the moon and said, "Dylan, that's fine. You can have your feelings, man." No one's gonna worry about your feelings. We just stick to facts, though. We stick to facts. It usually outweighs feelings all day. Usually outweighs feelings all day long. Let's get to Jupiter. You guys ready for some Jupiter again? Get us some Jupiter. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and that. Whoopee. Maybe if I can click it. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can pull Jupiter in real quick. Take a view out there. Go the right way. Farmville Return City Slicker. Really past high school science. Okay. But it's fun to try to figure out big science head on with you guys. Oh, yeah, absolutely. A lot of fun. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I think if you weren't exploring, even in your mind, then it'd be really boring at the end of the day. I think if you were not exploring, it would be boring by far. We're going to try to do a little bit of focus here real quick. Let's see if we can focus. Got late quick? Yeah. Absolutely. It's getting late quickly. Alright, let me do this real quick too. It is. It did get late quick. Alright. If it outside tonight, yeah. Chuck Norris punched it on his way by. Do you think there would be a way to harness the storms on Jupiter for enemy? No. Be worthy in its own sense, though. But they ate the living. It's easy to I'd rather travel off the limit. They've all been taking photographs. Even that back then, it was verified by the people we're in a race with. Kind of silly. Has red spot out? Not yet. It is not currently coming around. Here soon it will be, though. Here soon it will be. Here soon it will be. Actually, raining diamonds. See a question. I mean, it's never been like verified or viewed, but there's some signatures from some of that appear like there's diamonds around, or are heavily covered in diamonds. Extreme pressure, yeah, absolutely. I wonder why these planets are here. Why is not a question. It don't matter. How about in the near future we'll colonize each planet in our solar system? Alright, within the next 2,000 years, yo, you colonizing Jupiter? Need to look up more. I would do it. Absolutely. Go for it. I think we all do. I would agree with that. Even I need to look up more. Absolutely. I love it. It's awesome, Tuber. Asteroid Belt, a destroyed planet. There's a lot of material inside Asteroid Belt. Whether some of that is from protoplanets or whether they're just their own formations, good question. There's going to be probably a little bit about it. Compression that one, yeah. Actually, I get that. No, it's been asked, but what is the deal with Pluto? I know, what is the deal with Pluto? What is the deal with Pluto? For Pluto, yeah. Like I said, someone said, what is the deal with Pluto? I don't know, what is the deal? It's not out of here, so people can quit talking about it. That's what the deal is. Uh-oh, someone want to speak about Pluto? You guys don't want to hear what's going off in my ear right now. What's up with Planet X? Oh man, they forgot Planet IX first. Is it true that Jupiter smells bad? I don't know. I mean, I've been there a couple times. I have bad sense of smells, though. I can tell you this: it don't smell any worse than Chances socks when you throw them off at night. Hey Alex, what's up, man? How's your night, buddy? Yes, it's a little gassy. It's a little gassy. Hi Carl, how are you doing? Looking at Pluto is an asteroid belt. But from what I heard, Pluto is an asteroid. It's not an asteroid belt. It's more asteroid than planet. It's an icy object. It's icy. It has a core though. But it'd be a really small brother. It's smaller than the moon, if I remember right. It's an icy object. It's as big as the Mississippi River to the east side of the United States. That's how big it is. Correct. All right, hold on just a minute. This barn era when we could actually traverse our solar system. I got you. This thing sends a bunch of wallies to Jupiter. One can smell straight sulfur, but I wouldn't recommend it. Is it true that Jupiter is made up of gas, or is that Saturn? Both. Both of them. Those are socks. Chan's socks are funky. I don't care what he says. Don't lie, I've seen his dogs react to him. Never know, poor guy. Elon might make it a real alley, maybe. Hi Stardust, how you doing? I've had a few dates with some, she might have had a few dates with some foreign exchange students, and Nicole Jocks got to second base and got pictures. I've been exchanging glances over 4 years. She loves us romantic weirdos the most. What? What? Beautiful Jupiter. Yeah, hanging out Jupiter for a minute. We're gonna do DSO though here in just a bit. We're gonna swing over and do some DSO, I believe. Where's the moon? We gotta turn up the brightness. I'll get it for you. Get some on the puppet. Where are the UFOs? I don't know. Make these? Oh, what's that? Can they weigh any other objects? Let me check. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. How many galaxies do we know? Crazy number. Trillions stuff there. I don't know. I don't know the count for it though. It's all done by like taking a measurement of space and just doing it several times and do an average. You watch any other YouTube creators roaming? I do actually. Astronomy. I just never followed her though. I never subscribed to her. Tell us about the blue, the optical thing, the evidence of something on the side of the light. Some of the blue that you see is an optical thing. It's just how we're picking up the light as it comes through to the sensors. Sensors picking it up a lot more blue, but it could also be a little bit of chromatic aberration. What is an illusion? Just an illusion. Jupiter, your favorite gas planet? What's so dark? Up to 2 trillion thing? The true Jupiter was supposed to be a star? No. It needs a lot of minutes to be a star. Like 80 times the amount of minutes. 78 maybe somewhere, but I think I like Skinner Guy. Hey, I might have seen Skinner Guy. He does telescopes too, right? I think I might have seen him before. Speed Demon, that's a real deal. 100 billion to 2 trillion is what Wiki says. That's crazy. Team Saturn. Saturn's cool. We live in the Matrix. If Jupiter rotated like clockwise instead of the regular way counterclockwise, then it would rotate clockwise. It would look like Venus. Imagine a planet with like 500 moons. Hey, I can imagine it. Honestly, could imagine it. And then the sun is like a black light. Yo, this conversation is going crazy direction. I don't even know where you guys are going. Hey, cool. What's up, buddy? What do we have? What do we have? A sun that's a black light ring? Use brown sugar, salt, pepper. Use honey as a binder. Seems like Jupiter spinning counterclockwise. Nah, what is it? Yeah. Is that Gemini above it? No, we got rid of Gemini. We didn't think Gemini was working. Saturn probably wouldn't notice. Oh, if we give it more moons. I got you now. That makes sense. Saturn wouldn't notice, you just give it more moons. What telescope I use? C11 tonight. Using the C11. Neptune's your favorite? Yeah, it was supersonic lens. Yeah, it's cool. Like, it's pretty cool. I like the color that comes off of Neptune. It's crazy to think of that, though, right? The supersonic winds on Neptune, but yet it's colder on Uranus. Thoughts about Betelgeuse? Like I usually write that out to me. Exploding and effects on our planet. Not too much. We'll just visually see it. It's far enough away. We wouldn't have an issue with it. But effects on it exploding? The thoughts about it exploding itself. Nothing really. I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to get excited for something that's maybe not. You know what I mean? Learn strategy for navigating. What resource would you recommend? You have one. A section. Can we see all the universe with our tech? Other parts of that are outside of our reach. So you can use gravitational lenses, which what James Webb does. But can it see completely out there? Probably not. Like, there's going to definitely be things out there you wouldn't be able to reach because of gravitational lens. Like Smoke Town, dude. Oh, no way. Smoke Town sounds good too. What's the coolest color planet? Earth. When you look at the photos of Earth, the blue marble photos, it's just like gorgeous. You can't beat it. You really can't. Skies, what's the most interesting thing you've seen when Amber turns her camera on? That's going to be confusing. Can't wait to get a go-to mount. Oh, okay. That's the 305C sharp cap. I like the 305. The 305 is actually a wonderful camera. It actually is a really wonderful camera. And I like sharp cap as well. You like sharp cap as well. Since we said supersonic range, after that fashion of sound, even like sound, the speed of sound will change based on your point, based on your atmosphere. Just wrapped up my last batch of candied bacon. Guppy, what? Candied bacon? I'm really tired. Have an amazing night, bro. Thanks for hanging out with us. Candied bacon sound, bro. You think Voyager is still in one piece in range? It's pretty far out there. I don't know the distance anymore. It's like, know the distance. It's pretty far out there though. It's in one piece though. How things started. Just have an amazing night. Thanks for hanging out. Starting the Brussels sprouts for dinner though. I could do the Brussels sprouts. I wonder how Jupiter would look if you took your RC-11 on a spaceship and view it from there. I got you. Atmospheric pressure is Taco Bell one time. Turn goes into opposition in October this year. October this year? That don't sound right. Maybe. That don't sound right. Think you can track Voyager's position on NASA website? Yeah, you can. Yeah, eyes on NASA.gov. Or eyes.nasa.gov, if I remember right. Wonder what the speed of sound is through other atmospheric gases. It changes, yeah. It changes based on the volume. Haven't received anything from Voyager anymore. Anyone have any suggestions or replacement tripod mount for your Celestron? The adjusters broke the other night. Which telescope is it, bro? Can Webb see Voyager? It's going to see a dot. It's not going to be much there for it at all. I don't even know if it even see the dot, to be honest. No. It's a good question. Small. Deep thoughts, Patrick. To see how he's red life created. But then Jupiter slowly rode away with the bottom sword. It could still be pulled in by total gravity. Main thing is it. Maybe sending down through NASA's Deep Space Network. So dark out there? I wonder if it's possible. I must have missed something, but... Oh, it's so dark. It's just going to be about the size and the reflection of light that it's getting, though. I just don't know. I don't have the answer for it. What we're looking at right now, Jupiter. Hanging out Jupiter. Hanging out beautiful Jupiter. Got the D70 travel scope. Dude, you can probably just get a mount from for like cameras. You'll have to get like a camera mount, and then you'll need to get like a dovetail for it to be able to put that dovetail onto the camera mount and then put the telescope on there. Powerful wizard is carrying us, and a marble in his satchel. A powerful wizard is carrying us in a marble in his satchel. Looks like October 4th this year. After Saturday, obstetrician. I got you. Seemed relatively early, but maybe. Maybe. Hope so, be the guys will. No, I'm not holding my breath. Definitely don't do that. What are the planets? Why do the planets have two different names, Roman and Greek, right? So yeah, obviously back then they used planets and stars and stuff as more of a religious aspect, and so they got their names. But yeah, the Greek and the Greek and then the Roman. Those definitions change though. They consider the camera hardware. That's probably what I would do, bro. That's probably what I would work on. It's probably what I would do. Munching, so I'm not here. I knew you'd pick up another bag, Jenny. I knew you'd do it. We see means it probably happened about 650 roughly years ago. But thicker, denser, those goes on material the fashions and some the rubbish down through. Tougher goes a punch through the speed road. Let me think this one through. I think if you get thicker, your speed slows down through the material. So it should slow down at that point. You have to use filters for getting images. Nebula does your camera do pretty well, so I just go straight as it is. I don't throw a lot of filters on anything I do. We got filters, I just never use them, so honestly don't use filters. Filters are kind of like counterproductive when you're in dark sky. No, take it back. It depends on the type of filter. For example, like a UV filter, it's counterproductive in dark skies. You can definitely use different things. So, like for example, like on Jupiter, you can use like 82A, which is kind of like a bluish color in a sense, which really makes the bands and stuff pop. I got one, just never use it. You have a good night, Kake. Thanks for hanging out. There's your weakness, sir. I got you. Wasn't nebula time? More closer to like June. You get closer towards June, we'll be in a lot of nebula. A lot of nebulae out there. Just wait till June, though. More resistance, right. Absolutely. Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'm really tired. Is your C11 hooked up to the laptop too? So what program do you use for Windows Mac? So I use Cartridge Do Seal. Cartridge Do Seal is what I technically use with ASCOM on the back end. And then I use SharpCap on the front end. Do you dislike astrology? It's not. I mean, it's not my thing. Not my thing. Not that I dislike it. It's just it's outside the context. I think Florida just turned in. There's our old friend Jupiter and I. It's hanging out. It's chilling to them. Doing this thing with us. Being a beauty. You guys want to go back to the moon real quick? Hey, Epic, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How's your night? Discord bot doesn't like me just saying. What are you serious? Is it getting on you? It gets me in love times. Oh, it's just so much going on up here, I guess. Slightly missed audience this evening. Really have been. Look at it. Let's see what you're doing to the bot. Oh my goodness, Jenny. I need to fix that. I need to deal with that for sure. Back to Luna? Heck yeah, let's do it. Let's get back to Luna. That sounds like a great idea before it gets behind trees. I do think scope out for the next full moon, y'all. That's awesome. Coming right up. Coming right up. Let's have a good view here. Back to Luna. Back to Miss Luna. What about did me? It's picking on you? I know. I'll get it fixed. I'll fix that up. That's crazy. I see it in there. That's craziness. Think it'd be the effect. Do you think we could be affected by the moon? Like low and high tide is? No, not at all. The problem with it is like you get a lot more force in your body than the force from the moon itself. So you're going to experience that force from within. Whether the light itself around the surrounding affects you, that's a different story. But the moon itself affecting you now. The sky is really full of wonders. I would agree. Does it seem like the moon is an unusual spot to you? It's vertically higher. No, it's just changing its plane. That's very common. The plane changes throughout the year, and we see this, right? So it's a very common scenario. A lot of people think that, like, Why isn't it pointing more southerly, or why is it pointing? We're talking about the crescent, by the way. Why is the illumination pointing more like easterly or more northeasterly? Or sorry, northwesterly, westerly and northwesterly. So it's kind of a common thing that comes up, but it's a common occurrence throughout the course of the year. The plane changes name plus hour tilt. My telescope sure you weren't boring and waste some money. Why? Why do you say that? Ain't no way you can say that. What? Like, is there something that you're having a hard time with, or no? No, when the eclipse happened when you're in. That's my telescope. This would be my telescope here. Be able to see. Oh, okay. Look at Jupiter, Moon, and Rhino almost every time. I get my scope out. Yo, I love that. That's actually awesome. Love that. I like it. You'd love to have a top-notch telescope? Me too. Me too. I'd love to have a James Webb Space Telescope. Check out the moons up here. Or sorry, the mountains and moons. The mountains up here. Pick it on my phone. What did it orbit me? If you didn't have too much escape velocity already, like you can come to a pause with it, or at least try to match everything up, then you would have a little bit of an issue with that orbit, because you will have the mass, so you're very significantly close. But you'll have to make sure that you're maintaining that specific orbit of its own, or kind of like a sesame, and you don't get the word. It works here. If you ever seen like the string and the two iron balls where you hang them on some sticks, and then you can actually see them do some wild stuff, the gravitational attraction between them. A James Webb Space Telescope binocular by having two of them. Yeah, there you go. Put together a DIY scope using the concrete. Form 2, okay. And a couple of mirrors. Just 16 stuff, but it works. Yo, that's amazing. No way. That's actually really amazing. What's the estimated elevation of the mountains on the moon? The one that we're looking at now is near Mount Huygens. That's about 18,000 feet. That's the highest mountain on the moon. And one's like right here on the top. Let me kind of hold down a little bit for you. There you go. Put the DXI for now. Okay. Not bad for being a level scope. I got you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. 27 years to go, dude. Dude, that's so funny, man. It never ends. It's so funny. That is super funny. Minimum, that's awesome though. Like, honestly, don't discount it as just a beginner telescope, because it's one that you use, one that you'll enjoy. I think that's awesome. I think that is really awesome. I mean, even if you get a really nice telescope, you're probably going to go back to that telescope more often than you realize you will. I think you will a lot more than you realize you would. All right, man. Sounds good, Mason. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. How much did it cost to build James Webb? A couple billion. I can't remember. 14 billion, 2 billion. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's billion, so maybe 14 billion. Kind of ringing like that, but it's probably wrong. Okay, that's it. Never use them more than a few minutes at a time. The patients nor the basics expertise use one. Dang. Always ask us questions if you have questions on it, obviously. One of your most favorite hobbies? I love it. It's so cool. Yeah, you always want that next thing up. At some point, you just gotta say, hey, this works. At some point, you gotta realize, hey, this works, and the next thing up might be a lot to take on. I did not. We had clouds that night. Over your $60 session, yeah. Stroboscope, backpack and tripod. Just be gentle with it. Don't break the arm. That's a lot of billions. It's a lot of money, man. Definitely a lot of money. I agree. Check out the Alpine Valley right there. Can you guys see the Alpine Valley? How cool is that? Pretty neat. Definitely a lot of billions. What's the last planet you streamed besides Jupiter? Uranus. Uranus was the last one. Not tonight though, but Uranus. Before that would have been Saturn and Neptune. You guys almost ready for DSO or no? What'd be your favorite planet or nebula? Nebula that you've been able to capture so far. It's kind of a mix between Jupiter and Venus, as far as the planet goes. Nebula. That's tough, man. That's so tough because they're all unique. They're all so unique in their own sense. I don't know how you put a favoritism with it. I really don't. I really don't know how you put a favoritism on it, like a nebula, just because of how unique we all are. One day we'll see something zipping by that we can't explain. One day. Usually it's in the chat, though. Usually that thing's in the chat, for sure. Usually. I like a Venus, but it was, yeah, super bright, man. It's so hard to do. If you can put filters in, then you can make out like the phase, and it's just gorgeous. It's really beautiful seeing the phase on it. Get those inner planets, which we get the visual aspect of those phases more than what we get, like with Jupiter, for example, where we get down to like 97, 98%. But you really can't tell. It's really cool to see like a crescent Venus. You think something, in quotation, is on the moon and something. No. I'll say no. There's way too much observations of the moon for one that make it pretty wild. And then you got the lunar reconnaissance orbiter up there as well. Around it. It's like, could you think about outer space? It's full of mystery. Hi RV, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Have an amazing night. Have a super amazing night. Have you seen satellites or anything? Sometimes we do. You just have to have a little bit more brightness than what I'm running right now. And sometimes we'll see more extra than fat craters and ridges. Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of details on the moon. Is there a budget way to add an inexpensive, simple tracking tag to a homemade scope? There is, actually. There's a couple different things you look at. You can 3D print like a harmonic mount. So that's one way you can do it. But then you can also get little motors that can be hooked up to your manual mount controls in order for it to like make that 15 degrees per hour type movement. Your current budget is 0. Oh, in that case, your hands and neighbor. That's an amazing way to do it. But yeah, there's simple ways would be to look for the little motors that you can hook up to the manual controls to make it tiny one. The ADS-C is an amazing telescope. It's an amazing telescope. What do you think of the Kepler planets? What about them? You know everything about the side of the moon. Whatever we call it, the far side, not the dark side, but the far side. Outside, we don't see what's going on there. We take photographs back there, though. Yeah, you definitely hook up a Raspberry Pi, get you like a crap antenna motor, stepper motor, to be able to do it. If you want to go the complete DIY, it's not going to be the cheapest way, though. It definitely won't be the cheapest way. Not like if you just buy something out of the Lord, build out. That's sole purpose is to do that. It's gonna be much cheaper, but yeah, if you want to do a DIY, yeah, go Raspberry Pi, stepper motors. You'll need stepper motor controllers and stuff like that. Josh has a motor. He puts the CSR on. Can't remember what it's called, but don't need a telescope. I have Scott's like, yo, I have you. No, I have you. ADS is a wonderful telescope, though. I agree. Don't use it often. No. How much better the same pattern as stars? I don't see that. Like, I personally don't see it. I don't know. I don't see it myself. I personally can't see it. That's after track arguments to real time. Yeah, that's awesome. It's really happening. Yeah. You want to see that Sombrero Galaxy? Love it. Yeah, no, I see what you meant, but setup this looks amazing. It's even better on here. Yeah, it always is. It's always a little better. When you look through an eyepiece, it's insane. It's so much better to look through an eyepiece. Something on the moon, something light, but our brains are so dumb to comprehend. What is seen there, it sees nothing. There's no evidence of it, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a possibility of anything. I would agree with this, but evidence, there is no evidence whatsoever. You can say lack of evidence, but in this case, there's no evidence. Or you lack all evidence of. And I think that comes to, that's where your conclusion will be. Most likely not. Most likely not. For sure, I just need to build a pier and building in the backyard, but who does that? Yeah. That's funny. No evidence of what? Any kind of life on the moon. There's tardigrades on the moon, though. Dead, but never sent up there. Yo, thank you so much. Catherine, thank you. Thank you for the silver star, by the way. For sure. Thank you. Always lose some to camera. Yeah. Absolutely. Even with the phone, if you look at it through the eyepiece with your eyes, it's so much so much crisper than what you can see through like a camera, camera, phone, anything like that. Absolutely true, though. Absolutely true. Good night, Nathan. Have an amazing night, dude. Thanks for bringing it out. Have an amazing night. Again, you guys almost ready for some DSO? We're about to the DSO time yet. Go for some galaxies here soon. Nathan, thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Have an amazing night. Imagine being on the moon looking back at Earth. What a crazy experience that would be. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Astro. How's it going, bud? I do it just about ready. I'll have to do a nice little reset, get some energy or something. I don't know, just go outside and take a couple sprints or something. My energy dropped quite a bit. Hi, Tori. Technically before I change my channel. Oh, okay. I got you, man. I got you. Change your name over? Gotcha. Gotcha. Launching soon, April 1st. A defogger. Okay. Forgot the official name for your. So, okay, I got what you mean. Dehumidifier ring. Or, crud. Crap. See, I can't even put anything in my brain right now. Need some sweet tea. I'm not doing it. No, not doing it. I got unsweet tea and I'm sticking with it. Right now it's a bunch of water. There we go. A do ring. There's your name, do ring. I got you. A do ring that you screw on to the front of the corrector plate. Profile picture. Took a bit, but I got half the money fit perfectly out and halfway. Yo, I love it. That's amazing. Yeah, a do ring. Yeah. Dang, my brain just kind of left me, yo. This is not good. Mountain Dew. You think the moon is hollow? I'm sure you have to answer that lie. It is not, though. It's not hollow. And I know the questions come up like, does it ring like a, or talking about ring like a bell, which It's just a horrible way it was set, in my opinion. Oh, thanks, Minimum. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Brain fart, yeah. I can tell you, probably need to throw in some almonds or something. Today's been a pretty wild day. I won't lie. Been a crazy day. Been a crazy day. The moon does have its own core. It's mostly iron. It's small though. This iron core with a little bit of nickel. I have no idea what's that. Yeah, I got you. No, we can measure stuff like that though. The seismometers up there can detect kind of what's going on, similar to what we do here, what we do on Mars. Give an idea of what's under the crust. Oh, well, I'm looking at the moon. I forgot we need to look around, huh? I bet you're having an amazing night, buddy. Have an amazing night. Major. I don't know. Major or major? Major. 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 That's probably my shooting now. My chew sometimes messes up my the way I pronounce some things. It's kind of fun. I hear it myself sometimes. I get mad when people come making statements. Yeah, those are always fun. Those ones are always fun. Oh, thanks, guy. I appreciate it, man. Majore. And then Midwestern accent, you know. I gotta get out of here, huh? Get rid of that accent. Plus, of all the objects that are more dense, of course. And the surface. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. As far as what we would know. Been told I have a soft southern accent. Oh, no, wait. I don't hear it, but others do. Okay. I got you, Jim. What exactly are the craters we're looking at? Holes. So they're impact craters. They're not holes. Most of what you're seeing right here is somewhere between, especially, I should kind of put it in perspective, a little bit more like a half a mile. There's no major ones here. Half a mile, probably about a mile and a half deep, roughly. It's still going. Of course, still going. But I have a regular schedule. Sun on, off. Where is it when clouds cooperate? When clouds cooperate for the most part. They're alive somewhere looking at the moon too. You freeze to believe we're alone. I mean, I understand it, dude. I agree with that. I don't know if it's looking at our moon. I don't think it's normally looking at our moon. But I would definitely agree with that. Unless you're talking about like Jane the Bomb Diggity there, for sure. She's looking at the moon. That's other life. I would agree with that. I definitely would agree with that. Leave me alone. Even the bot won't leave you alone tonight. What the heck? Even the bot's coming for you tonight. Craziness. Absolutely craziness, huh? There's aliens, the truth is out there? Well, I mean, the truth I'm sure is out there, but we don't have the truth, do we? Kind of makes that a challenge. For no reason? I didn't even look at the reasoning. We'll look at it again. Oh. Ancient aliens, I don't care. Oh, it's because of what you said after ancient aliens. I see. It's for the word that you said right after ancient aliens. I think so, for sure. Lynn's welcoming. Welcome and welcome. Yo, you guys see that airplane come through? How crazy was that? Airplane! That's actually really nice centered up. Yeah, absolutely. That was nicely centered up too. You think that we think of ourselves too highly? In what sense, though? A plane. Oh, thanks, Peterson. I appreciate that. You zoom Jupiter. You almost swing over Jupiter here in a minute. You will. Such a mind-boggling, like it's consistently expanding the space stuff. It's discovered daily. It's just mind-boggling. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, it's kind of cool. The plane was neat. That was a good one. Nicely centered up for us. Would you be able to see the shuttle land with the telescope? No, it's gonna be like a bus. That'd be way too small. Like I'm probably gonna be able to see things about like 5 miles in diameter. But something like a bus, I just want to be able to see. Where are the round things? Impact craters. Impact craters on the moon. Impact craters on the moon, mostly from asteroids and comets, and we don't really see a lot of micrometeoroid impact craters, but there are some that we can definitely see. They'll be really small though. How did the truth turn into conspiracy? Oh, which and which? How did the truth turn into? I'm not sure what you mean there. Truth and conspiracy are two completely different things. I don't know what you mean though. In your first satellite in the sky the other day, I was so confused. Have a lot to learn. There's so many of them up there. 15,000, over 15,000. It's crazy. Cosmic event in June 27, 2025. Nice. Yeah, I'm not too sure what exactly you mean, the truth and conspiracy. I don't know what you mean there at all. No. Mountain ranges up here. We're getting really close to the tree line now. Like, we should actually be behind the tree line. If we had leaves, we'd be in trouble. We get inspired to tell the truth, but it didn't work. Somebody conspired to tell the truth, but it didn't work. There you go. Most useful space app. It was Astro Hopper. I've never heard of Astro Hopper. That's new to me. That was new to me. I've never heard of it. New to me. I maybe. Welcome. Oh, I got you, bro. I got you. I got what you mean. I got what you mean. Hear about all the UFO scientists that are disappearing. There must be a fun video on YouTube right now about scientists disappearing or something. Give me one name. Let's look it up. One name of one that actually disappeared. I want to look this up and fact check it right now. I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's how you attach your. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. It's kind of like the Celestron's build they do. Of Neptune was just cruising through space, squeeze by between our moon and Earth at just the right time and slowly enough to deposit oceans. Worry of liquid water? Well, that'd be pretty wild to find that much water on Neptune. That'd be a big problem. But we would, I mean, if that would, let's say that's the case, then we would absorb some water. Limited base where planes are limited access. That's why it's not like confusing. Oh, okay. You're like, I got you. That makes sense. Would you be able to see the NASA space station? Are you talking about ISS? What is your ratio of unexplained things seen to explainable things seen? Honestly, probably about nothing to 100. Hey, what's up, man? I see you, buddy. What's up, Bryson? Probably nothing to 100. Like, it's just, I don't know. When you sit out here long enough, and there's so much equipment here, we can bounce here to see what's going on. You just get kind of used to things, I guess. And I'm in Kansas City. Like, there is nothing in Kansas City that is interesting. As far as, like, things flying above us. Oh, that's so cool, man. No way. That's super cool. That'd be super awesome. Yeah, that'd be super awesome. Smells like a locker room. NBO. Really? What the heck? Anyways. Oh my goodness, that's wild. That is wildness. It smells like a locker room and VO. What's the difference between VO and a locker room, though? That'd be my first question. How do we chase it manually? Just chase it through the sky with the telescope manually through. You believe that? Aaron? Yeah. I just wonder what the difference is between locker room and VO. Video space was of the moon. Hey, the moon's amazing. Good stuff. Good content. Keep pushing. It'll be worth it. Love the moon. Yeah, it'll be worth it. It's easy to connect with people when it comes to the moon, I think. Did you land your job? No, I'm a belly dancer by day. I can't say I'm a toenail chewer anymore. Apparently, I'm a belly dancer by day. Here's one that was, he said, and also garbage. What the heck? That is so wild, like trying to mix all this up. Garbage, locker room, and video. That's a men's locker room for sure. Definitely a men's locker room. Prove it I'm a belly dancer? Yo, these heads. Oh, crud, man. Dude, he called it out. Oh my goodness. I didn't actually think that would be a comeback. No one ever told me to prove it on the toenail chewer. Crappy. I don't even know where to go with that, man. Prove it. We'll have to learn how to do belly dancing. And he twerks by day and does a strong move by night. There we go. He twerks by day and does a strong move by night. We'll go with that. I like it. I like it. We'll go with that terminology. I twerk by day and do strong move by night. And if the sky scene conditions are horrible, I add to the horribleness by twerking even more. Sometimes you gotta do it. Absolutely. Oh man. That's so funny. That's super funny. To the city areas. No, don't do that. It's kind of suck for starting. Yeah. Ooh, Mortal 9.4. At least you love the area. I guess that's gonna work. Roman gonna make it rain. I'm doing that rain dance with my twerking and belly dancing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It'd be nice. We haven't had much rain here at all, or even snow. It's really dry here, really dusty, like horribly dusty. Calendar reminders and have been for decades and proceed to show us proof. No, I think it'd be okay. I think generally people would be okay if we were told aliens are here, to be honest. You can actually belly dance, dude? Prove it. Coming back at you, man. He's a nerd for stargazing. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's going to come back at you, bro. Prove it. We all expect a video now. Neptune has always been the name of the Lord. Yes. Yeah. Take whatever name. Yeah, I got you. I got over that. Neperu, Piosidian. I got you. Hi, Solar. Welcome in. Financial Dragon. The border rain there is 45. Yo, that's nice. That's not bad. I ain't gonna say. Dang. D-Vids. We're waiting on a video now on Discord, just so you know. You owe us. And I'm gonna stream it. And Greta gets here and we'll play you think of the H2O content on it. There's quite a bit. Try to put it in my mind how much I cannot. How come into my mind? Name the play. I get that one. Maybe I did it on purpose. Dude, you wanted to do it on purpose, huh? You a tease, man. You kind of a tease. David's a little tease. Demons is a tease. Definitely a tease. $25 look good. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Do it. Definitely do it. Okay, and then Jupiter, I guess. Okay. There is some H2O up there. I just don't know how much. There's quite a bit. I just can't put it in my mind. Saturn's like 0.002% H2O. God, I just can't put it in my mind how much I have to though. Honestly, cannot. We didn't have a gym, so everybody took pole dancing lessons. No way, man. God, that's crazy. The post in Germany didn't have enough gyms, so everybody took pole dancing lessons. Interesting. Yeah, we have a lot of surface water. We definitely went on surface water. We definitely do. Ganymede's crazy on the, or Ganymede. And Europa, of course, yeah. Crazy with another one. Ever catch a UFO in your telescope? Probably low chance, but just curious. No, honestly, no. What I see is what you see. Hear about the moon visit where they tried to take a picture of the Playboy and Magazine, but the camera didn't work. What? No? Where would you even go to get that fact or thing? Like, where would you even go to get that fact? Why does the scientists say the moon has a hexagon shape? I'm going to take the reference. I'm going to back it up a little bit because I've never seen that reference from the moon, but Saturn. Saturn has a hexagon shape, but I think if you were to say that some of the impact craters can look like hexagons, so maybe there's a context there in a sense. But I'm not sure if you mean Saturn though. Is one of the visits? Oh my goodness! I know where you get that kind of where the heck you're hanging out to get that kind of context. That's crazy. Division of Government of Space Police. Are they crazy? Space Force? I think you mean Space Force, bro. Can't remember which. One of the last. Oh, okay. You think humans can live on the moon or Mars first? Moon. Be a lot better. Imagine if you want to get back here to the hospital. 3-day trip. Like for me, it'll be alright. They brought the important things with them up there, right? I guess. Yes. You don't want to have a baby on the moon. Someone actually mentioned that yesterday. Have a baby on the moon and have a birth certificate that says their nation is the moon. That'd be crazy cool, though. That'd be crazy cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's such a weird one, though. I mean, anything I guess you're going to put in a capsule, you'll leave. Take it with you, I guess, but I don't know that's one I'd want to put in a capsule. There's back when this week, the rest I'll have to go back up. We'll head back then. I mean, granted, scouts are better. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you gotta remember, even with the moon, when they look at the moon, the dark areas, they thought that was water, too. They named them the seas, bays, and the ocean. If I'm being an airplane, you'd be a moonling, yeah? Absolutely. Absolutely. No diapers needed, yo. So it's not kind of, you're good. That's good. Cause space first. What would they be enforcing in space? Good question. I think there's several things. One, satellite protection. Two would be your rocketry when it comes to it. Look up the X-25. I think that's the name of it. The X-25, the craft that they're using, the testing right now, and its abilities. And then try to get an idea of what that would be. There's a lot. Obviously, it's not my realm. It doesn't have anything to do with the context here, but I would just look into it. It's the best thing I would do. But obviously, Space Force, they're enforcing space. Space criminals. That's tofu. They're enforcing the space criminals. That's too funny. Enforcing from who? Other countries. For example, Russia, China. Space balls, yeah. Gotta protect us from the space balls. Penguins Apollo 12. Oh, no way. Just double check. It's so funny you even went and double checked that. I would hate to see your search, bro. That's like a way of claiming rights to space. Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, in a sense, like trying to show dominance of it. No Dapper Dude. That's just so fun. I know it was actually a long comment. Kind of was a long comment up there. The first thing that head touch was Mach's moon. I would hope I would hope that's not the first thing, dude. Yo, I would hope that's not the first thing that your head touched. Oh no. You did, man. One other day we'll talk about birth and where you come from. We'll leave that for another episode. It's a weird doctor. Dr. Butterfinger's right. Absolutely. What's going to happen when they deplete the helium-3 on the moon? Go start mining something off of Mars next. That's a good question. I don't know. I couldn't give you the answer to that. It's not my realm. Mass butt, then doctor's hands. T-Bird. That's for another episode, bro. Oh my goodness. I don't even... Man. I'm sorry, dude. Explains why you're a butthead. The definition definitely rings here pretty well. The picture I'm looking at is way more pixelated than the picture you're seeing. Yeah, by far. And plus, we're getting behind a tree branch now, so we're going to lose some of that resolution that we normally have. Let's see here. We're actually out of everything. Even Jupiter's behind trees now, too. Dr. Job, yeah, of course that's... You know, the doctor needed to hit the weight room, huh? You were a big baby. I know I respect to tell you. I was born, Doc slapped my mother. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Guys, we're about to that point where it's all about galaxies. We're gonna have to swap over and start doing some DSO. You guys want to keep going? So many of you guys in here right now, but I kind of want to take a break for a second and grab a little air. See if I can get a little bit of energy going. Maybe I'll grab a few, I don't know. I don't even know. Yes, that's right. Alien to hold the moon. And shake it and dust it off and put it back. Yo, that'd be crazy cool. Hey, what up, Blair? How you doing? How's your night? It's great over here. What an amazing night. Have filters similar to James Webb, different aspect of the ocean. I got some filters, but nothing like what James Webb has. No, I don't have like a spectrometer or anything like that. By no means. That'd be cool though. I don't have anything like James Webb, bro. Nothing like James Webb. All I got is a bunch of crazy people in my chat, funny moderators that get their context deleted because apparently they talk about some wild stuff, and then we just have an Amber. That's about it. This is the dream for every astronomer, right? There you go. Absolutely. What kind of filter do you have, though? Oh man, there's so many of them. Golly, man. I got a hydrogen filter. I got UV, IV type filters. Not too much. Nothing like a crazy one, but if the sun goes out, can we power it back up? With all the nukes in the world, I don't think it will work. No, not even close, bro. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, bud. That's my nephew, by the way. Not even close. So you can look at the sun. I do have solar filters, yeah. Most of my telescopes have solar filters. White light filters. Can slap with the no sleep stick. Oh, okay, trademark. Last night, so I haven't slept. Yo, that's so funny. Dude, that's funny. That's funny. That is funny. There you go. Let me get the reset going. Let me step back, get our camera changed out, and take a reset here. And then I'll be back on. We'll go for deep space stuff, so galaxies. We are the NASA, yeah. Yeah. See Andromeda. Not this time of year. Gotta wait until at least June. I'm glad someone finds humor in it. Right now, man, I find humor in all kinds of lost stuff. I'm in that kind of like goofy character state. Show time for you, man. You're looking time, bro. I'll give you time right now. Oh, shower time. D-Biz's gonna go to the shower and do his belly dancing. Crap. He said show time for me. That's so funny. Hey, Andre, welcome in. I don't know why that really matters, but cool. Can't buy anything on this account. Oh, no way. What happened? All the names can buy now. You'll definitely assist in crap happening that shouldn't be happening at that point. You bet I will. Dang, man. I'm going to have to try belly dancing in the shower tonight. I'm going to have to try belly dancing in the shower tonight. All right. Here we go. I'm going to jump off for a minute and get ourselves set up for DSO. Try to get some, get myself out of the goofy mood. I'm super goofy feeling right now. How much are they? Almost all the way out there. Kepler, oh no, 3.4 million light years away. Kepler 14700 or 1407b. Been arguing about that for 2 weeks now. Hey man, what's the problem? Go do some laps, maybe. Maybe. Something. I'll probably grab some. Got my crud. We got the almonds, maybe. Might work. Got no. And don't worry about it, sir. Yeah, brother. I think I was thinking about it. You took it to a two. Try this too. Like, should I do all that splash on mode? It would look exactly. No. Be quite a bit. Yeah, don't worry about billboards. I appreciate y'all just hanging out. That means more than anything. Hanging out and enjoying the view. I haven't gotten in trouble lately, so we're doing good. Did that in 1990. It was a 6-7 picture. Oh, okay. I got you. Makes sense. All right, but I'll see you guys in. Give me just a minute here. I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so at least, and then we shall be back at it. I'll get the camera set up first, and maybe try some almonds or something. See if we can get some energy going. I'll see you guys here shortly. Please, guys, if I don't see you again tonight, if you want to jump back in with us, make sure you hit the subscribe button by hitting Skies Live on the very top and click turn on notifications. If you want to jump in Discord with us, discord.skieslive.com, which we can throw out in the chat here in just a second. You may have to take that link and actually open it up in an actual browser to join in on YouTube. Then you can check out the Skies Live website as well, which apparently it's a mess. I don't even remember the term now, but a mess of its own. Well, I'll see you guys here soon. Have an amazing night if you're not able to come back. We'll see you here in a minute. Hey, Jared, we're going to jump off for just a minute. We'll be right back. See you guys here shortly.